Guys, make sure that we synchronize watches.
Beep, 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 boop, beep, 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 boop, beep, beep, beep.
Appa.
This is analog. I don't...
Calories.
Appa!
How many steps will I get in today?
Yep.
Scott was, in fact, the one of us who wore watches the most.
Correct. I love the look and feel of being able to just... If I'm bored with someone, just be able to be like,
Well, now I'll be watching every stream.
oh no! Yeah, watching them all back. That'd be bad, eh?
I mean, it's not like there isn't time there, here.
I've always been a clock watcher, so it only felt right to get one on my person.
Look
I'd
how
get it
exciting
tattooed on
this
my
shirt
body.
looks on this
It's
stream.
pretty cool, eh?
Yeah.
I like
Great
it too.
shirt.
Thank you. It's very you don't have to touch it, but it's very cool fabric.
No, if
You
you give
don't
me
touch
the
it.
opportunity
You don't
to
have
touch
to
the
touch
fabric, I will touch the fabric.
This is true.
When you've worked as a dresser.
Feels good.
Whoa!
Hello.
Hello, as
Is
you
it-
can see, our alerts now work.
The colors of everyone's usernames in our chat are very pleasing to me, especially with the D10s alongside. Thank you for the sub. Nice. Pretty chill. How you doing?
I don't have a cool shirt that everybody wants to touch.
Sorry. You have a cool jacket.
Yeah.
It was
I want to
yesterday.
wear.
Do you want us to all
Oh.
leave frame and get into your frame and touch you in your frame? I'm just saying. It's
You can slide under the table. I can't actually.
Only-
Post between
only
my
if I
legs.
get to record the original recap.
Now that's good. Okay.
Yes.
I wrote.
Yes.
I had a sentence in the recap that I wrote because we take turns writing the recaps, and it was my turn this week, and we had a sentence in there that we had to remove.
Thank you.
Phrase.
A turn of phrase.
Turn of phrase, yeah. A real classic John.
Bomo.
But let's be honest, John will tell you what he originally wrote after you've played the other one.
No,
Maybe when
I'll
we
let
go
you do
to
it.
RPGClinic
on.
after hours or something.
I'm gonna say wrong.
That's fair. Yeah, it has been a nice weekend, Kung Fu Fenris. I would say there's been a pretty decent amount of Tears of the Kingdom in this group of people over the weekend.
The asparagus stalk is now up to about this
Oh my God,
height.
it's an actual edible.
It's a whole.
That's right, it is.
asparagus.
One of them.
One exactly. I'm like,
And there's two more, but they're growing at the same rate. So I don't know if I should harvest the tallest one and then just wait, or if we should just eat the one, or if I should wait for the two.
Annika,
Fascinating things when you're over the age of 30 and have a
I
garden.
have to educate these role players about asparagus.
Yes.
Grand asparagus returns. Indeed, the only thing that wasn't crushed by the tree that fell
Oh,
in our
for
garden.
fuck's sake.
Asparagus was totally unscathed.
Yeah, somehow.
I don't know.
Just let your head rock back and forth. Your neck is a well-cooked piece of asparagus.
Oh, yeah. It's a really nice, visual. It's a really nice visual.
But that means that anybody who decides to, get in a little nookie, them nibbling on your neck, their urine's gonna smell.
Oh,
Only if they can smell it.
It's true.
Not everyone can smell the funky smell.
is that
I
true?
don't think.
Yeah.
I don't think that it.
That's
that
why
is-
some people like asparagus. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan for any
Right.
reason.
I will not feed you our single stalk of asparagus.
Keep it.
Weirdness, you're right. I wouldn't put it past that little shit, honestly, to have instigated the tree.
I think it's not that I think only some people have their urine smell. I think it's only some people can smell the compound.
That's
what I
it.
mean.
Right.
Yeah.
That if you
It
don't
surprises me.
like the taste and I don't like the result, so it's not for me.
Apparently, fresh grown asparagus is so sweet that you can just take a bite of it. That it tastes totally different to store-bought
I've also
asparagus.
heard
okay.
that Brussels sprouts are better than they used to be.
I
That there was
also heard
some
that.
sort of evolution.
You're both on Reddit, which is where you saw this.
Yes.
How dare you? I'm on TikTok.
How dare you?
Damn.
Yeah.
I'm trying to convince Osab to grow dragon fruit.
Amazing.
But dragon fruit doesn't taste like anything.
But it's called dragon fruit? That's kind of cool.
John just started a big dragon fruit. revolution.
I gotta be honest, I don't think that's
No,
not a
it's
hot
like,
take. It's kind of bland.
infamous.
It's
Like
a pretty hot
in
take.
cooking
pretty
shows,
bland.
they're constantly like, dragon fruit has a very weak flavor, so you have to be careful not to overpower it with anything.
I would say it is mild and delicate.
Yeah, it's like cucumber. So you're gonna
Yes,
you're
that-
gonna put
that's a good-
cucumber in the middle of a salad and expect to taste the cucumber.
No.
Right?
No, that's fair.
This being
Put some
peak
slices and some
modern
water, and
person.
then you just have like a little,
Yeah.
you know, because of the
Water.
TikTok, I assume.
What?
Because of the TikTok. You
Oh.
being a peak modern person. because
Yeah,
of the TikTok,
probably.
I assume.
More hot food takes coming up.
So stay
On this
tuned.
Avatar Legends
The
stream?
three of you spent some, advanced.
Ah!
Yeah.
And no
Expand experience.
And so why don't you just let us know how you advance? We're going to start today with Skull.
Who?
Skull.
Cool. I shifted Youngsu's center one step more to the center. His center is now back at 0, as opposed to the +1 force where it was before. Perhaps I will tip off the edge there several more times anyway. So there you go. Perhaps I'm just
You're just
delaying the inevitable.
the way
It's
that I'm
possible.
seeing it is that you're just banking on the fact that you're still going to get fucked up every once in a while. And you're trying to.
I've played in these
character
games
alive
long
a
enough. I don't know what to
just
tell
a wee
you.
bit more. All right. Hey,
I went from -1 harmony to 0 harmony.
Yes.
After yelling at my friends and
Eating
hanging out,
dumplings.
eating
Feeling
dumplings.
much better now.
Yeah. Yes.
I bought a move from the Icon playbook, which is Don's. It is called Otter Penguins, Unagi, and Hot Springs. When you visit a new inhabited location you might know about, roll with Harmony. On a 7 to 9, ask 1 question from a list that's provided. On 10 plus, ask 2. PCs who interact with one of the answers clear 1 fatigue or mark growth. So it's things like, what's the best local pastime? Are there any celebrities in town? Like stuff that you might have read in a guidebook or heard about in gossip.
it's Justin Bieber.
Justin Bieber's here.
Before he was famous, though, it's like Stratford's thing, right? Yeah.
There's this kid like playing on the steps of the local theater.
He's really good, and you could see him becoming popular in a few years' time.
Sue.
You want
He's
to?
really wholesome and
Yeah.
like doesn't seem like he'll be problematic at all.
And nothing bad will ever happen.
Does Young Soo have a Bieber haircut?
He does now. But which phase
Bieber
of
has had
Bieber?
many haircuts.
That
Yeah.
is true. I've always described he has very few physical characteristics I have described, but one of them is short
Best.
cropped blonde, like light hair. I assume Justin Bieber basically shaved his head. At
Is
some
the
point.
hair naturally light or is it dyed?
That's a great question.
I need to know if he has like frosted tips or something.
Watch for like 7 years. Like
Scott.
that's-
I'm not a vain man, but I do dye my hair. Yeah,
Name me a blonde Avatar or Korra character.
I can't. I actually can't. I just figured it existed in the universe at some point.
Can any of you?
I said light colored, but it's true. Yeah.
I mean, there's people with white hair.
Yes,
Yeah,
like
that's true.
aged people.
No. Also,
yeah.
Girlfriend.
Oh, no,
Returns
that's
of the
right.
Moon.
That's
Um,
girlfriend
My
turning.
girlfriend turned into
It's rough, buddy.
No, it's a good point. Do you think that's like aesthetic decision, or do you think it had to do with something
setting
in
it
the anime?
in Asia, generally speaking, right?
Right. Yeah.
There aren't many blonde folks.
Nope.
Other than
I come from
Mars.
the north end of the
Yeah.
Earth Kingdom.
Yeah, it's true.
I don't care whether it's natural or not. I was just when you said it,
No,
I
you were like,
realized
But
Huh.
there aren't any blonde people.
Redheads?
I
Yes,
am going
what's
to
her name?
imagine frosted tips though until
I-
the end.
Yeah,
That's
Suki's
allowed.
kind of a redhead, right? She's got reddish brown hair.
Yes, I'm thinking of the mover star. What's her name?
Oh, Ginger.
Ginger. I was gonna
Literally.
say Kitty Pride. That's obviously something
Kitty
else.
Pryde!
It's definitely. That's a Marvel
That's an
character. Anyway,
accent.
yes, it is. Yes, you're right.
You gotta have blue hair. 20XD6.
Incredible. Gil wants to know, did he hear something about Scott getting fucked over? And the answer is yes, you did. But it's all gonna be good. I'm having tea too, and everyone's happy.
Tea.
Mm-hmm.
I-
Warm leaf juice, baby.
I can't drink tea. I hate tea. I don't like tea, which is why whenever anybody uses the tea analogy about like consent, I'm always like, well, sure, but I never want to have tea, but I do like to have safety cards.
Yes, exactly.
Well done.
We sure do, because safety is the most important thing for our fun and our safety. We have these safety cards to keep ourselves safe while we're playing. You in the chat don't have these cards, but you do have options for your own safety. I'll get to go those in a moment. The green card, also known as the play card, is an indication that the person holding it up is feeling safe and is actively consenting to what's happening, even if it doesn't seem like they are. The yellow card, also known as the pause card, is an indication that the person holding it up needs to make something known to the table. Once it comes down, play can continue. And the red card, the stop card, means that we need to stop. Someone is feeling unsafe or needs to stop for some reason. Because we're streaming, we'll probably go to a BRB screen. But play can resume once everybody has ascertained that they are feeling safe and discussed what they need to discuss. As I mentioned before, of course, you in the audience don't have these cards for your safety, but your safety is important to us as well. If you need to communicate something, you can always do so to us directly. You can whisper RPGClinic. We'll see that. All of us here will see it on the screen. You can also whisper a mod. We have Kung Fu Fenris in the chat today, Safety Wolf, who can take care of that for you if you want to keep your feedback anonymous. And of course, a last option for you. If you need to, you can always leave the stream. We don't want to see you go, but it's very important that you keep yourself safe. So do that if you need to.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Should we have an entry in every single episode that we have in the wiki that rates the smoothness of the segue to the safety cards?
Honestly,
8 out of 10 smooths.
folks, it is a fandom wiki. You are welcome to edit almost all of the pages except for like the landing pages, so that
Please don't.
some jerk can't
those,
come
yeah.
by and vandalize it.
Right, no, for sure.
But yeah, if you want to do so, go for it.
Were we doing segues for River Wild? Wild is what I was trying to say.
Yeah, segues have technically existed since we introduced the safety.
Yeah, sure. I just feel like the segues used to be, let's talk about safety.
Well, sometimes it used to be, let's talk about safety. Who wants to do it? You.
Yeah,
For a while, I was the only one who did.
That's right.
Yeah.
And then we realized that was dumb.
Well, it's good to share the love, you know?
I mean, the point is that safety
If everyone
is
is-
not my responsibility.
Safety is everyone's responsibility.
You can't spell responsibility without
Us.
safety.
Oh, God.
You know what else is everyone's responsibility? The recap. But this time it was my
Yeah, okay, very specifically.
Our heroes have the mirror scale. Bao tricks the Kyoshi warriors into thinking it was already spirited away from the island. Later, while bathing in hot springs, Dan takes her first look in the mirror and lets Bao know she fancies their cousin, Jai. As Youngsu puzzles over how everything's connected, Bao takes a dumpling or two to Kai Ming's parents' place. All this while Dan and Jai share a special bending session. Will Bao's ruse keep the Kyoshi warriors off their tail? Will Dan keep a level head as passion erupts? And will Ha ever forgive Youngsu?
Woo!
To all those people saying performance isn't everything. Absolutely. Oh my god.
Did you get that right on the first try, John? Or did you take a few to get the information?
I did it in one.
Nice.
That's hot.
Would you be so kind as to share with the class what you originally wrote for that one set? I don't know it off by heart, but I feel like you do.
I implied that Jai and Dan had a all this while Dan and Jai are having a picnic dick tickle.
Tickle, that's right. Which I was like, I like the word. I mean, I like the assonance of it. The wordplay is fun because you could, right?
Alliterance.
Yes.
I guess it's also
Because
acid.
of the sound, but it's more. Yeah, you're right.
No, it wouldn't be alliterance. Alliterance would be
Isn't that just starting with the same letter? Okay.
So no, it'd be assonance. I'm an idiot.
Kick.
I
Oh. John, no. No! The music got really sad too. You're like,
Different from a picnic dick lick. That would
Which
be
is
a different session.
different
Next
section
time.
entirely. Although, anyway, I don't want to assume. I don't want to assume what happened.
Do we have anything, or shall we begin?
Do it. Excuse me. I'm dead. What?
Isn't it wonderful when you get a good night's sleep?
Mm.
But like, not just, oh, I slept a long time, or I slept uninterrupted, or I slept and it was the perfect temperature throughout, but kind of a combination of all of those. You wake up and you're not groggy. You wake up and it's not, 2 p.m. and you're wondering where the hell the rest of your day went, but you just get a good night's sleep. And it makes up for so much. It makes up for when you had a crappy night the night before. It wakes up for when you have, when you're waiting for something and you just need it to be that much closer. So you've decided to sacrifice another third of a day in your finite number of days on this planet. Also that you can play Tears of the Kingdom just a little bit sooner in your conscious mind. And then sometimes it just clears all your fatigue. So I hope that feels good for all of your characters. It is something that we have to keep in mind, is that this system relies on you being able to spend your fatigue, but also have fatigue inflicted upon you. And that sleep is one of the only ways to clear it, guiding and comforting as well. So I guess you could never need to sleep as long as you just constantly reassured each other really well.
Okay, man, you got it.
But speaking of reassurance, it seems like you're doing all right. You've got a hold of the mirror scale. You have successfully tricked those who are wanting it back, at least those in the immediate area who are wanting it back, that you don't have it. But what's next for all of you? We're assuming that a night has passed, which means that you have spent one night asleep in a very comfortable situation. So you've cleared your fatigue. If you want to have a look at that. At the moment, the only thing that remains is that Young Soo is still feeling a wee bit insecure.
Mm-hmm.
Don't forget that you can clear that by taking a foolhardy action without talking to your companions.
Which, if I may quickly say, when I discovered that on my page, the words out of my mouth were, "But I would do that for free."
So
Be prepared for that, I guess.
we've got that going for us. We also, I'll point out that you're remarkably balanced, with just a tiny bit towards roll for our good friend Don. But there are some unfortunate realities when you wake up. First, Young Soo, you wake up alone. Bao, you also wake up alone. Don, I have no idea whether you wake up alone or not. You're going to have to make that call.
I mean, Don and Shai had agreed to spend the night in the mountains. So when Don wakes up,
I don't know. Maybe
Maybe
did
he's
like
there,
a whole
maybe
walk
he's
of
not.
shame out of the mountain.
nah, she's
Incredible.
Walk of pride.
she's cool to chill.
Hell yeah.
Wake up at the same time as him, and then
Instant.
find some breakfast at Donk's place, probably.
You find some breakfast at Donk's.
Dear God.
This is not part of a balanced breakfast. I was not promised this. That's part of a balanced breakfast.
Then when you wake up, that's where all of you are. I'm going to assume, however, that all of you will just meet up for breakfast for expediency's sake.
Mm-hmm.
Jai will give Don's hand a squeeze, a promise to talk later, but that he needs to shower change and he has to get quickly back to the Summer Shark, as there is still a prisoner that he needs to ensure is still all right.
Aye, General. Is that doing it for you, or?
We'll see. I see. So after a night of passion, Dawn turns into Mac.
Scampers off like a nasty little goblin. And she does help clean up the picnic. For what it's
I'm just
worth.
imagining that you just rolled over the picnic. It's just smeared everywhere.
Compote all over.
Oh, I just feel like she'd like
So many
earthbend the four
preserves.
corners of the blanket up and then like
Yeah. It's like, yeah, that's pretty good actually.
Just bury the picnic in the mountain.
Oh,
no
no.
one will know. Our shame is...
archaeologists 5,000 years from now.
Hey,
Welcome, Raider.
welcome Raiders.
So she's heading to Dunk's place,
Mm-hmm.
trying to arrange her hair as she goes. It's probably a mess.
I don't think
Quite a
that's...
sight.
I don't think that's necessarily a difficult thing to do. But breakfast being served, the mayor is not present. It is just the three of you for now. Kaiming is also not there, although she stayed at her parents' place.
Right.
So you're sitting at a table. There's just a very kiyoshi kind of spread out in front of you. So a lot of locally grown vegetables and fish is kind of what's on the menu because that's how they roll.
Sure. Youngsu's pulled his legs up onto the bench to sit kind of cross-legged and is shoveling food into his face. Possibly as fast as physics will allow. But he's still trying to talk a little bit.
Did you do anything about your murder board, and did you do anything about the sunflower seeds that are littering your room right now?
A bunch of them were thrown and kicked out of anger and out of play. The murder board is still just a mess on a desk upstairs. So no, is the short answer. I did not clean anything up.
Fair enough.
If we have to leave quickly, I will feel bad, though. I'll feel kind of bad about that.
I'll just mark guilty on your character sheet.
God, I said I would. I would. Not I do. No.
Dawn walks
Yeah.
in, clearly from the outside.
John, join us. Do you have a good night?
Yeah, I had a great night. Thank you.
Dusty, gravel. Should we just
Oh,
serve
yeah.
lunch?
Oh, okay.
No, just eats quietly, daintily. No, not
Not this, yeah.
contrasted. Yes. Proper manners and carefully tucking sleeves out of the way and all of that.
Dawn is also a little quiet when she notices that Bao is there at breakfast.
Before we do anything else, I have to find Ha.
Why? What happened?
We didn't spend the night in the same room. And Youngsu
okay?
looks away.
Is that okay?
Yeah,
You
Think so.
wanted to have privacy for a visitor, I guess.
no, just didn't want to. I just wanted to have some privacy. Although, let me tell you, and then Youngsu launches into a short and mouth-filled recollection of some of the events of last night, and then her name isn't Sayla. Her name is Zhang. Thank you.
Zhang's great. You
Yeah.
talked to Zhang?
Yeah, Zhang took me to the statue, and then Zhang took me out to a bar, and
Oh.
I launched into a bit of a thing about it. But we did not. No, that wasn't the reason. Anyway, I needed a bit of space. But I haven't seen Ha all morning. So, anyway, before we go anywhere, I gotta figure that out. But I'm sure we're getting ready to ship off. So I'll be quick.
I mean, we need to know if Tatik's still on the island. We can't just leave if he's still hiding somewhere here, right?
Where could you hide? Youngsu looks around, almost as if looking
He
for
could
hiding
hide
spots.
anywhere.
Kind of what he's done.
I guess. Someone would recognize him. Somebody would have seen him. If he's hiding around?
It's been 5 years that he's been evading capture. You think someone would have seen him?
Yes?
Great. Fantastic. That'll make this easy.
I hope so.
I can ask around after breakfast. While you are looking for Ha, Youngsu.
Youngsu places the chopsticks upright in the bowl of, like, I don't know, fish and vegetables.
That's very rude.
So
Is it actually?
You
I didn't
do
know
it.
that.
You do it at a funeral, like
Yeah.
a
Oh,
graveyard
shit.
or
Oh,
something.
thank you. I
So
didn't
if
know
you do
that.
it in social,
I
it's
wanted
like,
to make a visual
ritualistic.
thing. Okay, so I will
I was
not
just
do
wondering
that. Yeah.
if you were
Yeah.
intending
No,
to.
no, that's really good, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In my mind, I was like, this will be a nice visual image.
Yeah.
But yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna. So sets them down very
Yeah.
deliberately. I have a feeling that we need to have a talk. Do we not? Sensing some tension in here.
Who's tense? I feel great.
Of course. Well, Kaiming doesn't hate us and didn't spend the entire evening crying alone, so that's good.
Yeah, that is good.
We've made no progress on any of our goals overnight, but that's fine. Rest is the thing that needs to happen. Hopefully enough rest happened.
Look, our goals. We won a great victory yesterday.
But there's no resting on our laurels.
No, we have
And
to.
some of us aren't sure that we can trust the people we're traveling with.
Right. So I think it's that I kind of want to talk about here. So at the hot spring, there's some playing with the chopsticks happening. At the hot springs, there was some tension, maybe some anger in regards to a certain other member of our group who has relationships.
Fabulous reasons for wanting to be involved with us in the first place. Fabulous reasons for having come into our involvement.
Yeah.
And seems very interested in pursuing goals that existed before they ever met you.
That is true. And if you're the best judge of your family. I'm not going to say that I. Well, you are.
You can never, ever, ever judge anything you think you know of a Jasawan. They only let you see what they want you to see.
Well, that's a judgment enough right there. Right? I guess what I'm saying then is that it sounds like there are some
He
things.
cares about you, Bao.
I don't question that. I question where his loyalties lie.
Did he say anything about loyalty?
If the temple asked you for something, I think you would probably try your best to accommodate that request. And I fear that our family will ask him for something, and he will put them ahead of us.
He said that he would want to hear their side, but he didn't say that it would be an automatic yes. I asked him point blank if he would ally with them and possibly Takata against us. He said he would need more information. It wasn't a yes and it wasn't a no, but
Playing his cards close to his chest.
he cares about you, Bao. And I think you should talk to him.
Opening myself up to the family just gives them more opportunities to pull me back in.
You think he would do that?
That was one of the first things he said to me. After seeing me for so long. After not seeing me for so long.
I think that was because he didn't know. He didn't see the life that you're making for yourself right now. He has. He's been traveling with us for a while. You two haven't spoken one-on-one since that really awkward conversation on the Submer Shark that everyone heard because it's a 12-person Submer Shark. How about you both get tea or something after breakfast? And Youngsu can look for Ha, and I'll ask about Tatik or something. I don't know. You're allowed to be mad at me.
I'm not mad at you. But I'm sure he could do with the caffeine. It's a good idea.
One of these.
Okay. I'm glad you checked on Kai Ming.
Someone had to. She chose to continue her exile. Her family isn't even here. Speaking of which,
Wait, where is she now?
who knows? Certainly not here because she's not allowed in here. She's not allowed a lot of places and she's not allowed to do very much. I'm not sure she can even buy herself breakfast.
Okay, I'll try to find her, okay?
Where should I look for him? The picnic?
He's at the Summer Shark.
Alright.
All three of you can hear some measure of instruments playing and some cheering outside.
What could that be?
Is it Avatar Day already?
I go to the window?
Yeah, are we?
Continues their like leaving of the table and heads towards leaving the building.
There's a crowd that's assembled on either side of the street outside of the manor that you're staying at. And there are three young people who are striding down the center here. I should make sure that three young people who are striding down the center of the road about your age. They don't look local. Well, one of them does. There's a waterbender. Clearly a waterbender because he's like literally has
Oh, he's like
water
actively bending
he's
it.
bending from one hand to the other in a wide arc over his head. Another is a firebender. The firebender is equally juggling 4 bits of flame back and forth, and an earthbender who is using what looks to be kind of like a skateboard, except with no wheels, just carving around them every once in a while, jumping up and, kick flipping and then landing down. And everyone is cheering and applauding these three as they're going down the street.
Oh my Avatar! I step out. I want to go and sort of right out, not into the street, but I want to go into the people lining the street on either side and just start asking, like, what's going on?
I will listen from a distance.
Han follows Youngsu. She's interested.
You're deliberately maintaining a distance.
But I was gonna hang back from getting melding in with the crowd. So stay in the back row.
With a very
or,
specific
stealth.
purpose, or just
Not wanting to. Big distractions like this are a great time to pick people's pockets. It's like the first thing that comes to their mind.
Nice.
so they're gonna pick people's pockets?
No.
No, just not have. Yeah.
Can't be robbed if you have nothing.
Can't be robbed if you're doing the robbing.
And it seems like Yongsu's gonna burst his way to the front and find out anyway. So
Probably. Yeah, that's fair.
let him go.
Hey, what's going on?
Oh, you didn't know?
I don't know anything.
We finally have our own pro bending team.
Like,
Oh my god.
no.
Yeah.
And, like, look at the three. Those three? Those three.
It's amazing. They're on their way to Republic City. They're going to actually compete in the first worldwide tournament.
Youngsu's eyes they don't turn into dollar signs or hearts, but they do turn into, I guess, the elements, and they just, they get really excited. Pro bending.
It's the last tournament before they're going to alter the rules.
Of course. To include airbending.
Yeah.
That's so neat. I hadn't heard this at all. This is, how do you like their chances?
None of us have ever seen them play.
Youngsu's like, so not good then.
They look really impressive.
Uh.
She kind of elbows her way
Ow,
to
ow.
stand next to
Yeah, that's
Youngsu.
fair, yeah.
So they look very impressive because they also look like they haven't had anything to drink in the past 48 hours.
Oh yeah.
Because they look good. The firebender as she's walking down, just you can see every individual ab just like shifting back and forth.
Yeah.
Her core muscle is incredibly strong. And of course, all three of them are wearing outfits that just the waterbender, it's a mesh outfit on top in order to highlight this particular area. The firebender is just wearing a crop top in order to make sure that her abs are there. All three of them, it's just ab city.
Yeah.
And the earthbender, as they're doing their kicks and flips and the like, they're actually wearing an outfit that covers all of their body, but of course every time they jump up, like the shirt rides up and then falls back down.
So good.
Whoa.
All of them pearly white smiles, beautiful hair.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Do you, does your team have like a sponsor or something? I know. Look, I haven't seen any pro bending matches, but they look really fancy. I thought it was like a down and dirty kind of gritty game.
Well, we don't.
I'm 80 years old.
We never even considered this because obviously, you know, Kyoshi Island isn't known for its firebending.
Sure, fair, yeah.
But we've had a firebender here for some time now, and they finally managed to get their act together, and so the Unagis are headed out to the Republic City.
I think that's so cool. Oh, I wish I could be a pro bender. But I'm just gonna have to, I guess, you know, be good with watching.
Yeah, you think we can see them?
I hope we can see them.
Hey, you're really cool!
The firebender turns and just gives one of these, just a. Except that out the finger just has a little bit of a.
I feel like Youngsu goes practically faints, you know.
She winks.
Oh god. Oh. I saw.
Yeah, I fucking saw it. God damn it.
It's pretty exciting. I didn't know there was gonna be a worldwide pro bending tournament.
I hope we'll be back at Republic City in time to see it.
I hope we can go back to Republic City at all.
Done. You mentioned something about Unagi yesterday while we were in the hot spring.
You're right. When I looked into my dreams, I had a dream about,
Perfect.
you know, kind of imagining us following a mailman, and that the Unagi was curled up, very peaceful.
It's a really weird dream.
Dreams are weird. Do your dreams make sense?
So, just wondering
Your dream tell you we're hot.
Shut up.
if, because it's a dream, if the Unagi wasn't like,
Was a symbol of something.
Val points at the three people.
God.
Yes, God.
Yes. Symbolism.
The bending team called the Unagi.
What do you think curled up peacefully? Like, are we betting against them or are we betting on? We don't have
to bet. Are you gonna place a bet when you're down at Republic City?
He's gonna bet everything he owns.
Wow.
A distant look comes into Youngsu's eye.
Bao's hands go to like their few little stashes of coins
Yeah,
and stuff in the various pockets. They're just like, no,
No.
I will not lend you money to bet.
That is honestly fair and a good shout. Oh god, my life.
I mean, I would bet on them. Bashira's great.
Bashira.
Bashira.
Abashira.
Which one is that?
The firebender.
You said she just came? No, you said she's been here.
No,
but
she's been here. She was on a pilgrimage and then never left.
was the pilgrimage to Kyoshi Island?
She used to be a fire sage in training.
Youngsu tries to stop Dawn from doing whatever this is.
Dawn's doing a little flailing, but she tries to cover it. Like,
No, she's so cool. The abs are
Whoa.
so cool.
So
She's so
cool.
cool.
But I guess she gave up because I don't know if any fire sages that participate in pro bending matches.
I mean, no, I think they normally do.
I'm gonna
like,
see if I can
religious
get her
stuff.
autograph.
What?
Great idea.
Yeah, that is a good idea. Oh, thanks, Rosie.
Shoom?
Yep.
Shoom.
All right, looks like we're chasing down the pro bending team. I mean,
So they seem to be headed towards the harbor.
oh, okay.
Conveniently, where Bo was also headed.
That's
Bow's actually gonna circle around the crowds. Like, you know, if everyone's crowded on Main Street, Bow's gonna go over a block and then down towards the harbor.
So what are you two doing?
Don is just making a beeline for the firebender, Bashira.
okay, so I can't keep both of you in sight at the same time, which is okay.
If you
Bow
jump
is
up
going
in the
to
air.
go over a block and then airbend themselves up onto a roof. And do that again.
Perfect.
Hoping that there's
This is
another
gonna be
bank that has a shitty roof.
Look, if there's ever something that I know about the three of you, it's that if you ever have the chance to take rooftops, you take it.
Oh, hell yeah.
No, it's so that Youngsu can keep an eye on Bow.
Too much Assassin's Creed.
Or
you gonna
too
do?
little.
Too little.
Um,
That's fair.
Youngsu's going to follow the crowd towards the docks as well, but I'm on the lookout for Ha. I'm on the lookout for a little spirit with 6 stubby limbs.
His feelings are hurt.
Are
you assessing a situation?
Yeah, I think so. Perhaps by keeping an eye out, but also if there happens to be anyone that I come across who looks like they might have installed themselves there for a time, someone having a drink on the corner, an old person who's just watching the street, I might ask them, hey, have you seen a spirit about this tall, 6 stubby appendages? Yes, I am, and I'm gonna roll. Okay, +1. +1. Yes. Yeah. 10, baby.
So you'll get to ask 2 questions while you're figuring those out. As Don is making a beeline towards the firebender, a man about 5'1" tall just steps in front of Don. Don's relatively tall.
I think she's slightly below average height.
So like 5'4",
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're still a bit taller than this man is. Steps forward. I'm sorry, they're not to be disturbed at this time.
Oh, not even for an autograph?
I'm afraid they're headed out to the harbor.
Excuse me, will you brand my rock? And she stamps and like makes a bit of a rock come up and like waves it over her head like a crazed fan.
Anything for you.
Oh.
The rock just gets burned.
He's still my heart. Wow.
And the man turns around. Bashira, please. We're going to be late for.
Thanks, Bashira. You're my hero.
Wait a minute. And he turns around and he looks at you. Are you still wearing the traditional garb of your order?
Yeah, I think so.
Bit rumpled, perhaps?
A bit rumpled. She is not showered. Her hair is a bit of a mess.
I recognize you.
This is the...
You're saying that you're Bashira's biggest fan?
I wouldn't go so far as to claim that. I mean, I like to think that I am, but...
Why don't you come and take a ride with us? And he just claps his hand onto the small of your back.
How hard and insistent is that clap?
Not terribly for
right.
either of them. Like, more of like a...
Come on.
Okay. Yeah, sure. What's your name?
Oh, I'm Go.
Gio?
Sure.
And are you like their manager?
That's right.
Oh.
But when we get to Republic City, we could absolutely use a little bit of guidance, as it were.
Oh, what kind of guidance?
Well,
She's walking along, but...
you're a member of the Order of Passage, aren't you?
Uh-huh. I'm their seeker.
Well, you see, pro bending isn't just about the bending. If you catch my drift and you see him roll a coin across his fingers, it's not.
Kill him! Tear him in half!
I just found it on the screen.
I'm sorry. A child gave
boy,
He
you
fell down an
buy-
elevator shaft.
I'll buy
Out of
an
the
autograph.
bullets.
Oh God.
Oh, jeez. Jeez Louise.
You're not just about bending?
You see, there's entry fees. There's press that has to be done. We are looking for a little bit of assistance in this.
Oh, I mean, I'll be lucky if I can scrimp all my allowances together to buy a ticket.
No. You will get a VIP seat free of charge.
Really?
Yes. But we're going to need you to appear alongside these three and say that the spirits have declared that they are favored to win.
Ah, I see. Well, it actually doesn't work like that because the spirits don't really declare one way or another for human concerns.
Okay.
And I certainly wouldn't presume to speak for them.
Well, maybe you could take them into the spirit realm and we can say that the spirits have given them their extra special consultation before the match.
Well, maybe the spirits would be inclined to speak with them. I could certainly inquire.
Excellent. Why don't you come with us? Are you returning home?
I think maybe shortly.
Help.
Excellent. Now,
Are you leaving now?
we're leaving in the next few hours.
Oh, okay.
How would you like a stateroom all to yourself
Wow.
on our luxury liner? And then when he
I
gets down to the
need
harbor,
to know what this is. Sorry.
there is. So the summer shark is like the size of, well, it's a bit bigger than the size of this room, right? But it's not terribly large. Dwarfing the harbor. You see what could only be described as an ocean cruise ship.
I feel like you see Varric having like a fucking cruise ship
Yeah,
at
yeah.
some point in the game.
Yeah, like a giant. He has a giant yacht for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Oh my god.
Amazing.
Whoa.
It is very clearly bedecked. No.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
With various imagery from all of the nations, but the name of the ship is The Thing 2.
Oh my god.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Incredible.
Okay, that took me more than a second, longer than I'd like to admit.
Yeah.
Ocean.
Wow. When did this get here?
Last night.
Oh, I didn't notice it.
Good. Very good.
It's very impressive.
It's whisper quiet, and the ride is silky smooth.
What a charmer.
Um,
This guy.
Well, I mean, it's certainly a tempting offer. I am going to discuss with my people.
Aren't they back in Republic City?
Most of them, yes. The Order, of course, is back in Republic City. But I must travel with an entourage, as I am very important.
Fuck yeah. We're an entourage now.
He thinks about this, and we hadn't considered this up to this point. You know, you're right.
Would there be room to accommodate them?
Absolutely.
Wonderful.
Now, and he checks a little timepiece on his wrist. 3 hours. That's all. You're either on the ship or you're not.
3 hours. Got it.
Just tell him Go sent ya.
Not past go. Do not-
Fuck you, buddy.
Will do, Go. Thank you. I'm done, by the way. I didn't...
Oh, right. Sure. Done. It's a pleasure to meet you. And he offers his hand.
She takes it.
It is a limp hand.
Oh.
We're talking the barest of squeezes, one pump, and his hand just falls out.
Falls it like a dead fish. The worst. Oh, one pumper, huh?
Don, walks away from this exchange with a bit of a bemused expression, looking for, I guess, Yong-Su, because he was right behind her.
We're actually gonna go for Bao first.
Alright.
Or are you in the middle of?
No. I'm literally just looking at the
Actually,
pictures.
no. Technically, we have to go for you because you have 2 questions to ask.
I do have 2 questions to ask. The first, John, is what here can I use to find Ha? What's that?
Your own eyes. Other people may not know.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Ha is.
Oh, right. Okay. I see what you mean. I thought you were being rude. I thought you were like, you can use your eyes.
No, the answer is there isn't anything here that is obvious for you to be able to find. Ha.
Okay. So I'll have to, not back to the drawing board per se, but it's going to be a personal crusade. I also have a special move. When you assess a situation, you can always ask who or what here is most vulnerable to me. I want that to be my second question.
Yourself. That's not fair.
Well,
let me ask.
I mean, if no one is vulnerable, I guess.
Who is vulnerable to you at this moment? Kai Ming.
Okay. It's time we find her.
You do see Kai Ming. However,
hell.
she is in, not in the crowd, but she is off the crowd. Obviously, she's no longer dressed in her warrior's outfit, but people are being respectful of her wish to not be addressed.
That makes sense.
So Zablika points out, always ask means on top of what you roll.
Well, so
Can you
yeah, I'll read you.
tell me
I'll
what
read the phrasing.
is it from your
It is from the hammers. Yeah. When you assess a situation, you can always ask who or what here is most vulnerable to me, even on a miss. But that doesn't imply to me that it's a +1 ask. It's just always a question you can ask.
Yeah.
But that it would. Okay. Well, fuck it. I guess yeah. If you get 0 questions, then you can still ask it, right? So
It's always a question available to you, even if you miss.
Yeah, that's
So if you choose it from a list and imagine that it's on the list,
right.
then that's still just 1. And then if you miss, it's the only one in bold.
That's how I would
choose from.
envisage it.
That is how I would.
wait, where's this move from?
It's from the Hammers playbook. Punch where it matters.
I'm sure it matters.
I mean, I will.
Yeah,
also-
I read that as
agree.
it is a question that you may ask even if you miss. But it is the question. It counts as one of
Yeah.
Yeah. You rolled 10, so you got 2.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's how I feel.
because otherwise I feel like it would read when you assess a situation in addition to any questions you ask,
You may always
get
ask
to
this.
always ask this.
Yeah. Because at that point, I would just literally be walking into rooms being like, John, who's the most, like, all the time.
And it's always you.
And it's always me.
Technically, you could.
I mean,
if you
yeah,
wanted to.
for sure.
But it is coming.
Thank you.
Bow
Mm-hmm.
up on the roof.
Yep.
Roofs.
Mm-hmm.
Roofs.
Rooftops.
Roof stoof.
Roof. Bao is keeping an eye on Don and this firebender, and watches very closely as Don gets escorted along. But otherwise is just trying to get ahead of the crowds. So I guess slowly moving, possibly fast, if they
Well,
can.
you jump very high,
Mhm.
right? And
Yeah.
quite quickly.
Yeah.
So it would be no problem, assuming that you're willing to use your bending.
Mhm.
You are no longer the object of attention anyway,
Yeah.
right? People are paying more attention to
So the
the
firebenders,
tiny,
exactly.
tiny parade going
Mhm.
along.
Yeah.
So you can get down to the harbor quickly. What's your destination?
Summer Shark.
When you get to the Summer Shark, you see the captain standing outside, his arms crossed, as he greets you. Well,
We're still assessing the whereabouts of an individual here that we came to find.
are we striking out today?
Make preparations to do so, but we aren't positive whether or not we are doing so at this time.
Are we bringing the prisoner with us?
Is Jai not here yet?
He's inside.
The prisoner at this time is under his purview, so I will consult with him as to that matter.
It won't tell me. Don't know why.
Oh, I'll tell you once I talk to him.
You're welcome to come aboard.
Thank you.
Are you going on board?
Yes.
When you get on board the Submershark, the prisoner has been accorded an extra privilege, it seems. Someone has put a mat underneath her, and her bonds have been changed such that now she has at least some range of motion for her hands and legs so that she can stand up, walk around, but she's still chained to one of the pipes throughout the Submershark, so she can't leave easily. She also still has the band about her, and there is still a guard who is standing watch. Jai is with her, and he's shaking his head like he's really frustrated when you walk in.
Bao's gonna linger by the door for a moment.
Fine, you don't want to talk? I'm all right with that. We've got a long way to go before I take you back to the Fire Nation. Then he turns and he notices you.
Still troublesome, is she?
She's just no longer answering any questions. Says that she'll only talk to you. Your group, I assume.
Great. Let's talk.
Not while he's here.
Bao shrugs and looks to Jai.
I can't leave you alone with the prisoner.
You hear screams, run back here.
I mean, there is the other guard who takes the pole arm and just on the deck as if to sort of remind you that, there is someone else there.
Hear screams, run back here.
Fine. He turns around. Just be careful. And he walks off. You're now alone. Well, sort of alone.
Semi-alone. So, let's talk. How was your evening? How was your night's rest?
Look, I understand that I'm going to be tried for my crimes. I get it. I just don't know what else to tell you. I've told you everything that I know.
Where'd your gold come from?
I mean, I was paid
By whom?
by the person who hired me. He told me that I should be at a certain place at a certain time to knock out the embassy.
The embassy. Specifically the embassy.
Yeah, the embassy. Why?
What did this man look like?
Just like any other man.
Short hair, long hair?
Definitely from the Water Tribe.
Facial hair?
No, he was... Honestly, he was a bit young. Must have been, 18. Barely somebody who I would have trusted, but the gold was good.
I was gonna pull out one of the coins and flick it towards her, making sure to use airbending so that it lands where they want it to land. Paid with this?
Yeah.
That gold specifically isn't good.
It's gold, isn't it?
Yes, I suppose you could go to the trouble of melting it down, and with your abilities, I suppose that isn't too difficult to do. But as coin, it is contraband.
Contraband or not, melting it down is easy. And I'm not planning on spending it in the Fire Nation.
Just know that you were done dirty. So, that's interesting. Because that means
There's a reason I trusted him. He had a tattoo on his wrist. It looked like the one I have. And she flicks her eyes upwards.
remind me, because it's been 3 sessions.
I think that
She has a standard combustion
like a
vendor's
third eye.
third
Yeah,
eye
yeah,
tattoo.
yeah.
I mean, you didn't really get a good look at it.
Oh, I thought she meant she had one on her wrist.
No.
Okay. On his wrist?
Yeah.
But a water tribe.
Yeah.
Interesting indeed.
Look. She indicates with her eyebrows.
Mhm.
There are notches.
Notches?
Yeah. Notches in the tattoo. It shows rank.
What was his rank?
He had a 4. Look,
4 of 1, 4 of 10, 4 of 20.
look, I've got nowhere else to go. Just lift it, I'll point it
No.
out. The guard does another clunk.
Really? Do you really think we're that stupid?
I was kind of hoping you were. I'm never going to get a chance to spend my gold, am I? Jai's going to disappear me once we're off.
You're not doing yourselves any favors.
I know what I did.
Remind me why we care about you.
I don't know. You happened to be at the embassy when I attacked it.
Great. I'll make sure that we have an accident. And Bao turns and leaves.
You hear like the echoey sound of somebody speaking inside a helmet
Mm-hmm.
after you leave, so it's definitely not
Mm-hmm.
the prisoner. You need to be more careful.
Is this someone approaching from behind the room? Like,
No, it seems to be the person who was in the room with you as you're leaving. The guard.
oh, the guard.
All the guards are wearing helmets.
Okay, sorry. I thought the guard was like outside the door. So, okay, so the guard. Is that directed at me or the combustion bender?
You're leaving.
Yep.
And it wasn't loud. It wasn't like, hey.
Yeah, okay, so. No, you do. You're relieved of duty.
What?
Empty your pockets.
The guard. What are you talking about?
Empty your pockets.
You're not in the military. You don't hold rank. You can't give me orders.
That would like to begin reducing the airflow around his head.
What? Okay. When you say begin,
I guess like a gesture of trying to like take his breath away, literally.
you're pulling his
Yeah.
ear.
Yeah.
No, I'm into it.
It's got a little dark here.
I think we like. Okay.
Okay, so they're pulling
Yeah.
air away.
Yeah.
Enough that now there's no air, or
Just that
it's a
he should
threat?
feel the the change in pressure in his lungs.
I don't understand.
That releases. Empty your pockets.
You're attacking a Fire Nation soldier.
You coordinated with threats to the Fire Nation. Resistance will only get you at the bottom of the ocean with her.
Okay. I'm just...
Empty your pockets.
I'm doing it, all right? Reaches down and starts pulling out. First pulls out just a standard kind of rag.
Mm-hmm.
Dumps it on the deck. Reaches in, pulls out a wallet. Dumps it on the deck. It clanks a little bit when it lands on the deck.
Mm-hmm.
And pulls out a knife. Throws that on the deck as well.
Keep going. Turn them out.
You can't see.
Yeah, but John actually did it. Your insubordination is noted and will be held against you. Bao's going to use suction, their move, to pick up his possessions. Just to their hand. Flip through casually through the wallet.
So when they open the wallet, it's a big, bulgy wallet. When you open it up, inside there is a couple of gold coins.
Of the Selwyn stamp?
Mother?
Definitely of the Selwyn stamp.
Jai!
And as you open your mouth to say Jai, the guard reaches forward and flicks off the headband on the prisoner. And we're gonna go back to Bao. Or not Bao, Young Su.
Young Su's eating again. I don't know how. What? We got it.
Good check.
Okay. Yeah, right. So Don was returning towards me as well.
Correct. Let me know when that happens.
Yeah. In the meantime, I think he's gonna make his way over to Kai Ming. Standing off to the side.
Hi.
Hey, you doing okay?
Yeah.
You see all this?
Never seen something like it before.
Incredible. They were saying World Championship Pro Bending. I've never seen a match myself, but it sounds really cool.
You've never seen a pro bending match?
No, I've only been in Republic City.
I love pro bending.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I've been in Republic City for 5 years, don't forget.
Of course. I didn't know that would be a hobby of yours, but now that I think about it, that makes sense.
Oh, it's exciting. It's almost like a story
Yeah.
wrapped up in violence.
Yeah, it kind of is. Maybe this is a little crazy, but maybe we should go and see the Unagis play sometime when we get back there and when I'm not under threat of being sent to this.
You want to go to a pro bending match with me?
Yeah. Do you want to go with me?
Yeah. Yeah, I think that'd be great.
Cool. Have you seen Ha?
I thought Ha was with you.
No. Ha had to left in the night, and I'm just gonna.
Oh.
It's okay. He's a spirit, right? He's fine.
Well, yeah, but that's not why you're worried.
No. You're right. It's not why I'm worried. I don't know if we're gonna have to ship off soon. Feels like we are. So I'm gonna have to find him real quick. Can't leave him behind. Wouldn't want him staying here on boring old Kyoshi Island.
I wonder, can spirits fly? Maybe... I don't know.
You're not wrong, actually. I think I've seen some of them flying in Republic City before. But not all of them, right?
I'm not that knowledgeable about spirits. Dawn is.
Oh,
She's really smart.
yeah.
It feels like she just has everything all together, you know?
I know what you mean, but I think we're all finding our own path through life. What makes you think?
I'm not saying that she's better
Kaiming, are you okay?
I'm fine.
I just walk back in.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. I mean, look, Don's really cool, Val's really cool, you're really cool. Zhai, I don't know Zhai very well yet, but he's probably cool too. What about Don makes you think that she has her life together?
Well, I mean, imagine this. You've been inducted into a very prestigious order that is focused on knowledge and on traveling through spirit realms. It's a dangerous, but yet somehow extremely important position. And it carries with it the weight of responsibility and the burden of honor. And then you decide to start doing crime for fun.
Right up until that, I thought you might have been talking about yourself.
I don't really know whether it's crime or nothing, but I do know that there's been some association with some of the triads now and then, and while maybe that wasn't necessarily illegal, it certainly isn't, I imagine, smiled upon by other members of the order.
We all had our own reasons for working alongside, knowing the Hot Rocks.
Hey, you lost your home. You're in a place that you're not used to. You're surrounded by people who don't understand you. And how could they?
A lot of people seem to have heard about this, but I'm pointing at the staff.
Legend is a hard thing to live up to. There's a reason that I didn't go around advertising who I was.
If you could leave it all behind, would you?
Leave what?
Being a Kyoshi warrior.
But I am a Kyoshi warrior.
Exactly. You don't have to be jealous of Dawn.
I'm not jealous.
Oh.
I'm not jealous. I'm just saying that I think she's pretty cool.
Oh.
Just like the rest of you.
It sounds an awful lot like you're doing a lot of the same cool things that she is.
Well, I don't know about that.
I know, super secret mission for a Kyoshi warrior. Hanging out with a bunch of criminals.
Yeah, you know, the thing about super secret missions is that you're not really supposed to talk about them out loud in a group of people where there's a crowd present.
Well, I meant the one that you've already finished. Youngsu says, waving it away as if like, don't worry about it. I got your secret. You know.
Okay. Are we going back to Republic City?
If we can gather enough information to implicate the people we need to implicate in this, then yeah.
Who are the people we need to implicate?
I take Kaiming aside, sort of out of, I guess, earshot of people, or rather, I lean in and I whisper, the councilwoman. We need proof.
What you need is evidence, not proof.
I'm a farmer. Aren't those
Okay.
synonymous?
She shakes her
I'm
head.
really sorry. I'm really sorry, everybody.
If you're looking for proof, it means that you're not necessarily looking for the truth. You right now suspect, and you have good reason to, that Dakota is behind a lot of what's happening here. We don't know how much she's implicated in it. We don't know whether she is the one at the top, or whether she's just middle management, or whether she's innocent of the whole thing and that somebody else just knows how to push your buttons. But if we look for evidence, we'll find out. If we look for proof, that's when you start writing your own story. You have to be a little careful of that.
You're right, Kai Ming. We need to find out what's really going on. First step is accomplished. And we know some people now who have more information than we did before.
Right. And hey, we know what we're doing, right?
Yeah.
So let's just get together, go find what we need.
Okay. I know who I need to find first.
Who's that?
Little spirit about this tall, 6 little stubby.
I'm sure that if you don't find Ha will find you.
I hope so. I hope so.
Now, come on.
Yeah.
I bet Bao's waiting for us.
All right. We're gonna go towards the submer shark. Probably running into this one on the way. Probably.
If that works.
Sure.
We have 3 hours, and then we all have to get on a luxury ocean liner.
What?
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 Okay, you need to be in my entourage.
I am in your entourage. What do you mean?
I mean, like, you need to be like my bodyguard or something.
Okay.
Not sexual.
Nope. Who said sexual? I look at Kai Ming. Who said sexual?
No, nobody. Sex.
Hey, Ming, are you okay?
Kai Ming, are you okay?
Yeah. Why does everybody keep asking that?
Okay,
It's the short circuiting it.
we have to get Bao. I don't know how long it takes them to pack their luggage.
Me neither, actually. Anyway, look, it's summer shark. Maybe I could pack for them. That's probably a bad idea. I shouldn't do that.
Oh, I don't want to interrupt their talk with their cousin. It's really important.
And the prisoner, possibly.
Right. Should we be worried? They
Nah,
want to use me for my seeker influence.
What?
They want me to do like interviews and take them to the spirit realm and
The
stuff.
Unagis?
Like, get this. No, wait, maybe you were here for this.
I don't know.
One of them. She
One
drops
of
her
them was
voice.
a fire
One of them
sage.
was a fire sage.
Right. Yeah, I was there for that. Yes, you're right. Yeah. That's. So hang on. So the plan is you're thinking you're gonna lie to these people about being part of their team.
No, I will travel with them, and I told them I could take them to the spirit realm. I can.
You don't think that this team's gonna want money? I know there's usually like sponsorships and stuff.
I'm
The
not
Order of
gonna.
Passes
I'm
can't
not gonna
sponsor
sign
me.
anything. I know my business dealings.
It just sounds a little.
I just think this is the perfect opportunity for us to get back to Republic City and find out what's going on.
Well, why do you think she stopped being a fire sage?
I want to find out.
Well,
Don't you?
It might have nothing to do with anything.
Right. But it's a trail to follow. We have nothing here.
Okay.
Come on, Kai Ming, what do you think?
I think I'd follow the 3 of you wherever you thought was a good idea.
That's really nice.
I mean, I've been waiting for years. Clearly, acting isn't the thing that I'm good at.
You tricked me a couple times. It's different, I guess. Yeah, okay. So,
By the way, Cummings carrying a very large bag with her, the bag that she had
oh damn.
arriving.
We are not, because we did not pack our
Yes,
pet dogs.
she is.
Right. Thank you.
I don't
Presumably
like.
her armor.
Right.
Oh, very
Right.
nice. I don't like interrupting the conversation, but we need to ask Bao and Jai what they think.
Yeah, this is a pretty big left-hand turn.
It's
Although
something I'd like to do, but I understand if the rest of you don't. That's fine. We can find other ways.
we're gonna be your entourage.
I feel like you could be my bodyguard, and Bao could be like my business
Oh
manager.
no, this
and
is.
Jai could
I'm
be
moving
my-
way up in the world. They would be moving down. No offense. No offense.
Why would you be moving way up in the world?
Well, because I'm not
But you're a farmer.
sure, and working the land is something noble and good, but I don't know
Yeah.
if people recognize that.
I do.
I do.
Well, that's 2.
How would we?
What about that guy? And I just pointed at a random guy walking by.
Hey, I'm just walking here. Well, what's the question?
Do you respect the work that farmers do?
Well, yeah, because otherwise I wouldn't eat. And if I
See?
don't eat, I get cranky.
Okay, that's 3 out of 3. We're looking good.
Now,
Do you feel like you're not as good as the rest of us?
hey,
It's a random.
don't
dude.
be feeling that way about yourself.
Thanks, stranger.
I don't want to hear that.
Okay.
You gotta take some pride in what you do. You're a farmer, right? Where's your farm?
Doesn't exist anymore.
Oh, I see. You overworked the soil. I get it.
Yeah, not. Yeah, my farm's in here now. Does that make more sense?
Well, that's not a farmer. That's some hippy-dippy bullshit.
I'm just gonna keep talking to my friends, okay? This has been really.
Thanks for your insight.
Hey, suit yourself. Whatever, weirdo.
Youngsu,
Hardcore.
Turns back around. Kaiming's just like,
What the fuck? I love Kyoshi Island. Okay.
that's Sal. He's weird.
Oh, I should have asked before I pointed at him.
Youngsu, you have a lot of really great qualities.
I know. I just meant socially.
I don't you do.
I think I know.
How about this? Name 3 things that you do really well.
Fight. I can train, and
You force your friends who are in a fight to talk to each other.
yeah,
You did that just over breakfast.
I wouldn't say I was.
I was there.
Good.
I was one of the friends.
It sounds like you're trying to guide and comfort.
Yeah, quite nice. I love that. That's quite nice, actually. Yeah. Remember how it works.
Oh, okay. So, boxcars.
Yeah, that's correct. So that's 14 with
You
thing.
can embrace this guidance and clear your insecure condition. But then she gets to ask a question, and you have to answer it.
And you may shift my balance if I embrace it.
Yes.
Yeah, no, but fucking do it. Like honestly,
Good,
you
that'd
should
be
do it if you want
fucking
to.
funny. Okay.
You
no,
can also reject it if you want.
that's it. Like, I do feel like there's going to be a moment where that's going to feel right to be like, no, fuck you. But like, I know I'm going to embrace this. This feels right.
All right, I have cleared. You, all of you now have clean slates. Although you may shift his balance if you want.
I don't think I will.
At the moment, he's in the center. You could push him more towards force or care,
No, I think this is fine.
I'll do that myself.
but you do get to ask him a question. Do you want to think of that question?
I will take some time to think on it.
Excellent. You know what's a great thing if you're taking some time? Dealing with what's happening to Bao, but I think it might be time for a break.
Hey.
We're going to take a 5-minute break. As a result, we are going to run some ads. We don't want to, but otherwise Twitch will serve ads in the middle of the game, which would suck. If you're a subscriber, you get to stick around, ask some questions. I'll be here. Maybe Kate too. Who knows? But otherwise, we'll see you very soon.
I'm just gonna fetch a beverage. Do you have a beverage? Do you need a beverage? I'll be right back with a beverage.
I feel like success is relatively simple in this game unless you are deliberately shifting the plus or minuses. Because if a hit starts at 7, that means that out of the 36 chances that somebody has in order to roll in 2d6, if it's a 7 or higher, that means that you have a 21 in 36 chance of succeeding. And that's assuming that you don't have any boosts to your roll. Boosts to your roll increases the chance of success quite a bit, actually. So there is some shift. I mean, Kung Fu Fenders, I agree with you in that particular case. For a game like this, it does feel like having success happen more often than not is a pretty good plan. Failure is interesting, and I definitely don't want players to feel like they can't fail. And I don't want players to feel like they're always failing. But in a game like this, yeah, I feel like you generally want a bit more of one than the other. Because if this was like a darker game or a game where people felt like there was more at stake or more to press upon, then yeah, you might want failure by default to be a bit more common. But if you think about it, it's also the same in the context of storyteller system games. Getting one success, which is admittedly a meager success and doesn't count for a whole ton, is also still relatively easy to do. Requiem saying, I do kind of like the fact that even failure does not seem catastrophic as other games. It can be a setback, but it feels like less of a setback. Why aren't you coming up on screen? There we are. Well, all games failure is at least somewhat variable based on the system. But yeah, in this one, failure just... The thing about failure in this game is that the game invites the GM to make a move. The GM moves are not rolled, and my moves can be what are called either soft or hard. So a soft move, maybe I'm like, okay, well, the bad guys get a small advantage, or maybe some things happen that's not like immediately apparent, but also not that big a deal. But a hard move could be, oh, you failed in that roll. Well, then the building that you're in starts to collapse. Everybody takes 4 fatigue worth of, damage as they try to flee. So, yeah, Kung Fu Fenders, this is a game where I think a lot of it is based on balance and making those choices as opposed to straight up success versus failure. So, I would agree with you there. Oh, I should have changed the music.
Break music. That's okay, you're changing it just in time because the little announcement disappeared, which is after 3 minutes, which is the duration of the ad break. So.
Did you see this?
Amazing. Amazing.
This
Perfect. Requiem, it is very much storyteller choice. In this game, I don't have dice. Nothing happens on my end that I don't declare. Now, in combat, that means that basically it comes down to the player's rolls. But that I also then choose, for instance, if I attack, I just succeed. But I only get a certain number of moves every round compared to the players who have to roll to figure out how many moves they have. So, I mean, the Republic City book also has information in it about pro bending, and I don't have it, so I am going with what I have, and that's the way it is. Is everybody ready?
Exciting.
Yeah.
Oops. I just sorted the wrong way. Oh. Crud. How do I get it back here?
What?
I just clicked a thing and it sorted, and I didn't want it to sort that way.
Oh no.
God.
Click on the other titles.
Yeah, I guess, eh?
Dang. Oh well. I'll have to deal with it some other time.
Pro bending.
Everybody's just gonna have to be sad.
Aw.
Or just me. Maybe it's just me. Anyway. Back on the Summer Shark.
Back from break. Woo!
This is definitely not what I'm looking for here. So,
Swap our names
that's-
when you get the chance there.
you're in the Summer Shark alone with one guard and one combustion vendor who it now still restrained, but who now has their third eye open.
Belle turns and heads for what will be the exit.
As you turn to head towards the exit, you hear.
I was worried about that.
Yep. I was going to dive to the floor and make try to make like very small like shield of no oxygen, of no air. Try to like pull all the air out of like a little tiny shield so that hopefully the combustion will not combust through that.
Yeah.
I'll have nothing to burn. That's the attempt. It's probably not going to work.
A little like, yeah.
Yeah, or like an air current. Yeah, dive to the floor and create an air current over themselves to hopefully divert the fire over.
Okay, so basically to create a shield for yourself.
Yeah.
We're not entirely sure about firebending and the need for oxygen,
I feel like if I
but we do know that bending can block bending.
bending can block
Yep.
bending, and I know that like keeping them in ultra sub-zero temperature stops a combustion bender
Right.
canonically. So I was thinking like if I took all of the oxygen out of the room, they'd die anyway.
It would take you a lot longer than
Yeah.
one quick
No,
dive
no.
to suck the oxygen.
No, that's exactly
we'd all
it.
die
No,
anyway.
the goal was to make a shield, but yeah. I'm just gonna
What
create
you were
an air
doing
current.
is you are relying on your skills and training here as a
Indeed.
bender. So I'm going to have you roll die. I'm going to put you at a -2 for this roll.
Okay.
Ooh, yeah. Because, you know, the death possibility.
7.
Okay. So not a full hit, but a hit.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna say that you can do one of two things.
Yep.
Either because you just dropped down,
Yep.
dropped to the deck. Okay, you won't take any damage. The air shield that you've done manages to deflect the concussive force of the blast away, so you're not going to take any fatigue. But the door seals shut as the blast fuses
With me in the room with them.
with you in the room.
I'd rather accept those consequences or mark a fatigue. I'm going to mark a fatigue in order for that to not happen.
What?
Rely on your skills and training. On a hit, you do it. On a 7 to 9, you do it imperfectly. The GM tells you how your approach might lead to unexpected consequences.
But
Accept
you
the-
dove onto the ground. How are you leaving? How do you leave the room from?
Okay, I don't know. I'm just reading what the book says.
No,
It
the
says
book's
accept those
good.
consequences.
I'm just
or mark
saying.
a
Do you want to
fatigue.
modify what you like? I didn't realize you were.
I was trying to leave. Yeah, I was trying to run the hell away. I heard, and
Okay.
therefore I'd like.
So
to
then,
go.
yes, I will mark you a fatigue, and you can leave the room.
Well, or yeah, not be trapped, right? Like that's the
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Like you're going to
Mhm.
leave.
Whether
the
or
room.
not you want the door to be closed, I'm fine with you adjusting.
But just the one fatigue.
Yeah.
So you're not taking like 3 fatigue.
Yeah. Yep.
Or 4.
I did not get exploded.
12. Well, 12 fatigue would be
insta cap.
11 fatigue is an insta cap.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Imagine you're like war.
So you dive out of this, but you're still on the ship.
Yeah.
And then you hear behind you, we can't let them leave.
Sorry, that is the people inside the room.
Yes.
Okay.
So
great.
they mean leave the ship.
Not other people saying we can't let the combustion bender leave. Great, thank you.
No,
Sorry.
there's no one in. So you're. Let's make this clearer.
Yeah.
The summer ship
Mm.
still has separate.
Yeah, rooms. Yeah. It's just there are other Jai is somewhere. There are theoretically
left the
the
ship.
captain is somewhere. So I was just
Captain never wasn't on the ship.
yes, but they were nearby, so I wasn't sure which
There's
direction.
no one in the room that you're in right now.
Yes.
You are one, like if you climb a ladder
Mm-hmm.
here and open a porthole, you can then leave. But that's a porthole that is like,
Okay. They closed me in.
it stays closed.
Okay.
Because otherwise, like water
Well,
would just slosh
okay.
in.
Okay. Great. Then that's what I'm going for.
You're going to try to leave?
Yep.
Okay. As you get back up to your feet, the two of them take a step and you hear, "We don't want to hurt you. But if you run away now, that's what's going to happen."
No response.
You're just going to fucking book it?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's another... So... Are you trying to make your way out in a fast manner here? Or?
Yeah, I'm hurrying. I'm going as fast as I can. I don't know whether that's a roll. Like,
So
yeah.
if you're just like literally you're just trying to run up the ladder, like just climb it.
Yeah.
You're not using any bending or whatsoever.
not at this time.
Okay.
Because my understanding. So, did the door close or not?
No, it did not.
Okay, great.
If you were
But
already
the combustion
past
bender is currently changed, so I assume it's going to take more than 1 millisecond for them to free themselves. So,
the combustion bender is not.
So then Bao
The
does.
guard is following you.
That's fine because Bao is climbing upwards, so that's fine. Bao is okay with this, so they're not gonna, like, they're gonna run, but they aren't gonna.
So when you get to the top,
Yeah. Yep.
the
Yep.
porthole is closed and it
Yep.
will take a few rotations to get it. So the guard will have time to at least try to get to you at that point.
Once he gets close, if he's continuing to do that, Bao will take a moment to throw his knife straight down at him.
Okay. Is that part of your skills and training?
No, it's not.
All right. So why don't you push your luck?
Yeah, remind me what push your luck is again.
So Bao's in a risky situation.
Yeah.
And is basically trying to do something despite the fact that it's not something that she's trained or they're trained for.
Yeah.
So when they push their luck, they roll with passion.
Oh.
And there's a chance that on a hit
So
they
I need
succeed.
a 10 also. I
No.
need a 10 to pay it off.
On a 7, pushing
it
pushing your
pays
luck
off. Sorry, it's that each one has a slightly different phrasing on, like,
For what a
on a
hit
hit,
is.
blah, on a
Yeah.
this to that,
7
blah.
times,
Yeah. So at first glance, nope.
Ooh.
Oh yes, that's
a
interesting. So
6.
on a hit, you do it, but it costs you to scrape by.
Yeah.
And the GM tells you
Yeah.
what it costs you, and then on a 10+, your boldness pays off despite the cost.
So they throw the knife and
What did you roll?
6.
Okay. So you throw the knife down
Mm-hmm.
and then the halberd that the guard is carrying is thrown.
Oh, he also had a halberd. Sorry.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
that's
great.
the polearm that he was.
Great.
Mhm.
Great.
A halberd is a polearm, right?
Yep. Yeah. Yep.
He throws it so that it sticks in between the wheels, like
Oh,
spokes,
okay.
so that it can't easily be turned at this point unless you yank it out. But it's buried pretty hard in there.
Yeah, I was going to grab onto the handle of the polearm,
Yeah.
let their legs free from the ladder with hopes that their weight will pull the halberd free and they will come plummeting down on top of the guard feet first.
Oh, interesting.
Possibly, actually, if the polearm is long enough, trying to also jab with the butt of the
Yeah, but
staff.
sorry.
But
Yeah.
butt first and butt first.
But first. There you go.
So I'm just gonna say
Yeah.
at this point, just because you just pushed your luck,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that you successfully managed to yank it out. So you've landed on the ground.
So I just whiffed completely past him?
Well, you can roll your push your luck again, but then you are risking things. It's up to you.
Looks like it.
But getting
Okay.
worse.
Oh no.
So,
You fall.
yeah.
You manage to wrench the spear. I will
Yeah.
say that you managed to wrench the
The
spear
halberd,
out
yeah.
of the halberd.
Yeah,
It was-
whatever. Polearm thing. Sphere.
Wrench
Great.
it. Yes, fine.
Sorry. No, my
God.
bad.
You wrench the thing out of the ceiling.
Yeah.
Fall onto the ground, and the guard just walks up and then just says, "Enough. Enough. If you want to leave this ship alive, just stay down." He's clearly
Why?
nervous
Me.
because now you know.
Why
I-
did she want to talk to me?
That's a good question. Hey, why did you want to talk to them? then you hear a very, very, very tiny pull. And then you hear the sound of the chains falling to the ground. She gets up, just rubbing her wrists a little bit, restoring some blood flow, steps into the door. Because they're Sauron. Because if anybody else is going to know how to get this gold in a spendable way, it's them.
I told you, melt it.
Sure. But I need to get rid of it fast. And I'm not about to start trying to figure out how to get gold out without getting the full value. You're also going to help us. You're going to help us get different identities. And you're going to help set us up. Somewhere off the Fire Nation. I'm thinking Earth Kingdom's nice. Maybe not this island. It's a little podunk for me.
Oh.
Come on. You wouldn't be the first Sauron to do something that's right.
Do you have any idea who I am?
You're Sauron Bao.
And what do you know about Sauron Bao?
The guard looks back and goes, tell them. Just tell them. Well, your name's Sauron Bao, so clearly you're high up in the family. You managed to charter this thing.
We're gonna die together. Bao just collapses on their back and laughs, and pounding the floor,
They're
laughing,
fucking
having
crazy.
a laughing fit.
Lost.
Are you trying to trick them into thinking that you're unstable?
Bao is cut off from the family. They don't know that. They don't.
No, they have no idea.
Yeah.
I just mean, are you trying to trick them into thinking? Because you said we're gonna die together.
Yeah, we're gonna die together. I'm Bao can be considered expendable in this endeavor.
So it's not a trick.
Bao has not been. Yeah, it's not really a trick. Yeah.
Well, let's just say that this goes a little deeper. And if you're not part of it, then that means that you're not any use to us.
And you're no use to the clan. That's why they're gonna sink this ship. Or any ship you get on.
And then the last blast, it never happens. Instead, from behind and then through the neck, a very, very sharp point just goes right through her throat. And the guard panics and reaches down to grab the halberd that you're still holding.
You're gonna die with us. It's too late. You could have gotten out, but you decided to chase me, you idiot.
What are you doing?
Holding onto the halberd.
So he's struggling to try to take it, and he's going to try to do you in.
I was going to resist with defense.
Do you want to describe how you're doing that?
This is the trouble with technology and not having pockets full of technological things. Yeah, but I was just gonna use their airbending to try to push against the flat of whatever type of blade is on it to just make it hard enough for him to not be able to wrench it out of Bao's hands.
Okay, that's skills and training.
Great. And then they're still keeping an eye on whoever, whatever, is responsible for that sharp thing.
I've only used modifiers 3 times in 10 sessions.
Snake eyes!
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah, big.
All right. The spear halberd
Yeah, whatever.
polar
The long stick.
keep
for fuck's
giving-
sake.
I keep coming up with new names.
gets wrenched out.
Yeah,
Your air
yeah.
does nothing, and it turns and then starts pushing down heavy. I'm gonna do 2 fatigue
Okay.
to you for this, and then there's a cry out as the right knee of this guard, another one of these spikes just blooms like right through his kneecap, and he buckles and falls so that now he's on his knees close to you, and he's trying to drive the point of the spear halberd polearm
Pointy stick.
into your vitals.
Continue to attempt to defend.
Just defend or try to like attack back?
Just trying to stop him from impaling themselves. So they're just gonna try to shift their positioning and push it away from stabbing them.
Okay.
Try to get out from under it.
Okay. You manage to skirt out to the side, and then one last spike, and he falls down as well. There's now 2 dead bodies in this submerged shark.
2 dead bodies in a submerged shark. 2 dead bodies in a submerged.
Are you all right?
I've been better, but I am fine.
From past the room, one of the guards pulls her helmet off, and now Oda reaches forward with her hand to try to lift you up.
They take Nao's hand.
I'm sorry, I don't know how to do that without making them quiet forever.
They were attempting to dig their own grave, so
It makes me a pretty lousy bounty hunter.
suppose you try to take the dead or alive options, huh?
I'm not certain how many others on this ship have been compromised.
Well, you managed to sneak in. We managed to commandeer this ship. Probably not a single one can be trusted.
Including your cousin.
Who knows? Can you even trust me?
At the moment, I feel like I'd rather trust you than anyone else.
Fantastic. So,
This one's my favorite. And she reaches down and she starts pulling one of the spikes out of the knee.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Oh God, why am I doing this?
right? And yet,
Competency porn, it's a thing. I'm sorry.
so, shall we head up and sort things out?
Perhaps we should just leave.
With the boat?
Not this one. Is there any other?
Bao would have seen the giant cruise ship on
Yeah.
land. There's a gargantuan one. I'm sure they have other boats somewhere on this island.
Right. Right. All right. First. And then she walks over and then she kicks open a footlocker and just starts emptying it. You see that there's snacks and a spare pair of boots and civilian uniform. She just dumps it off to the side. Help. She lifts the legs of one of them and you
Incredible.
folding this combustion bender into the footlocker.
Why are we concealing this?
Because we need all the time we have. And once we leave, I'd rather that they wait just a little longer before they realize they need to come after us.
All right. Bao assists in this endeavor.
Oh,
Two footlockers contain 2 people now.
Incredible.
Right. Now, we have every justification for doing this. There was no indication that this guard was anything other than a member of the Fire Nation Navy, other than the fact that he referred to himself as a soldier, which is incorrect.
And that he sided with her and removed her seal.
Excellent. I'd better ditch this as well. And she removes her armor. Underneath, wearing just very simple black shirt, black pants. Kind of sweaty.
sure. Is that what's doing it for us? I don't think so.
Competency porn.
Mm-hmm.
Sweat equals competence. It's just the
You know what, man?
Right.
Gold star.
Now, for what it's worth, don't think you're involved. Do you know where Tatik is?
No.
Do you have any suspicions at all?
This one claimed to have been hired to attack the
Embassy?
not assembly, thank you, embassy. The embassy at a specific time. Tatik happened to be arriving there at that time. We have not seen him since.
So you believe that there was a hit out for him?
Who knew exactly where he'd be when, or that he set a hit on himself to hide, to disappear.
Interesting. I think we'd better get off the ship.
Yes.
You wouldn't mind putting in a good word with your friends? I don't exactly want them attacking me when we get on board.
Weren't you arm in arm with one of them during the spirit visit? Spirit walk? Words?
Oh,
I cannot word today, sorry folks.
Young Su
Yes.
is a lovely fellow.
There you go.
At the same time, you clearly have trust issues that are quite, shall we say,
Combustion
justified.
Bender attempting to combust me. Has already previously tried to combust me. Was trying to trick me into revealing their head so they could combust me. I don't trust that.
Good point. And then she reaches up and starts trying to undo the wheel. It groans a little bit, and then it releases.
They may have backup. Who knows? Watch your head as you emerge.
She heads up, climbing the ladder,
Oh, follows.
pulling herself out from over, and then she starts to slide down the side of the submer shark towards the water. Meet you at the ship. 15 minutes.
Bao gestures incredulously towards the giant cruise ship.
Do they have tickets? She's hanging onto the side.
But she...
What a badass.
legendary behavior.
Okay.
I can't let anyone else know I was here.
Just making sure that's where you meant to meet. I'll find my way there.
I'll see you soon. Sploosh.
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 Large.
Yep. Boom.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Bao will take a moment. And then scan the docks to see where the
Jai is
captain,
currently talking with the captain in low, hushed tones off to the side.
is gonna look towards the gangplank leading to this giant cruise ship. Try to get a sense of how many people are in charge of that area.
You do see these two, though, alongside
Hello.
Kai Ming. They seem to be...
We are hastening toward the submer shark.
Perfect. Bao's gonna get themselves set up as if they just walked away
Doot,
from the
doot,
summer
doot,
shark. So
doot.
they're leaving the summer shark.
Nothing to see here.
Yeah.
I guess we're gonna try to like pull Bao like away from the crowd so we can kind of talk in relative privacy. Bao, how do you feel about getting on that giant luxury cruiser to get back to Republic City?
It would certainly be more comfortable.
Oh, great! I thought there would be more hesitation.
I haven't had my conversation yet, but if we
Why,
bring
what
him
happened?
with us,
We can bring it?
do you plan to bring him with us? Because I can just
I wouldn't mind. I would
Then we wouldn't have to have an awkward distance on this tiny thing after we talk.
Yeah, that's true. There's plenty of privacy on a giant boat.
How are you getting us tickets?
So, and I would like to recap the entirety of the conversation with the
So what is the
manager.
what is the plan? So business manager, bodyguard.
Yeah, so
Unbelievable.
if you're willing to be my business manager,
You just have to tell me what business, like what you want me to say yes
What
to
is
and
your
no to.
basically you're just you're the one who arranges like anything financial for me, any public appearances for me, that kind of stuff.
Fantastic.
Bao, they smell a little singed.
Are you okay?
Things got heated.
What do you mean?
That's
So
so
what do you mean?
What
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
That's actually really good.
Look, we have our ways of settling things. I'm fine.
No.
Talk on the giant.
You said you didn't have the talk
What if
with Jai, so who did you have the talk with?
Talk is one thing that people can do when they see each other. Other things can happen.
You need to tell me what happened.
Are we bringing him or not?
I'll see what he wants to do.
What am I supposed to be?
What would you like to be?
Kaiming just
I could have 2 bodyguards.
Personal trainer.
personal trainer?
Personal trainer. You know about nutrition and you know about fitness.
I don't think my nutrition's very nutritional.
Boba tea, it has vegetables and liquids. Those are 2 things you need to live.
Personal chef because she has extremely specific dietary needs to keep her communion with the spirits.
I could,
Why we have a
I
business
could
manager.
say something like that. Yes, it's true. How would you feel about that?
I just like to be needed.
I
Oh.
need you all the time.
Oh.
Therapist, masseuse.
Okay.
Oh, not
Oh
get
my
a
God.
therapist. Get a masseuse. You could be a therapist.
Okay,
Kaiming, you need a therapist.
let's say personal chef because you're also cooking for the entire entourage and yourself. Because we have very specific
Yes, dietary needs
To commune
Right.
with the spirits.
to commune with the spirits.
Jai is
That's why
your...
you serve such special things on the days before and after you go into the spirit.
exactly.
It's very important to have high fiber.
It's got some spiritual connotations too.
Hey Jai, can I talk to you for a second?
Jai,
Concubine or what?
Jai turns around from the captain. Oh, hi.
Concubine.
Hi, can I talk to you?
Sure.
Shouldn't.
So,
Should not.
we have been offered a ride back to Republic City on this, gesturing to the liner.
Okay.
It's because of me and my position, and I sort of said, I asked if they would have enough room for everybody else in my entourage, and now I need to assign positions to everyone else in my entourage, and I was wondering what position you want.
Your position.
Position you wanted to take.
I feel like the rest of us are all very interested in something else going on right now in that moment as well. Just like, ooh.
You're asking that I come with you.
If you want to.
I have to deal with the embassy.
Are you sure?
I'm the highest ranking member of the Fire Nation here.
Right. Right. Yeah. Of course. That's that was really insensitive of me to just assume that you would.
Is it he just seems confused. And then now knowing that he's just said something that isn't necessarily exactly what Dunn wanted to hear, and seeing that she's not happy, there's a little bit of consternation on his face at this point.
We have a lot of questions that we're trying to solve right now.
About us?
No, actually.
Well, why is he laughing?
He's not a part
There's a seagull flying overhead, and Young like,
I have stuff.
One of the leads, I think, is a part of this pro-bending group. It's a lead that I think we need to follow.
Pro-bending group?
Yeah, so there's this... she recaps the pro-benders.
dude, I get our level.
Talks about the fire sages, and she's like, and I'm worried that they're tied to the original theft of the mirror scale.
But she's just a kid. She's not a kid. She's 18.
She might know something. Anyway, that's why I'm going. But trust me, I understand your situation better than many people. I know what it means to be pulled in one direction. So if you don't want to come with us, I completely understand, and I promise no hard feelings.
I'm just not. Hold that thought. I'm going to speak with the captain.
Okay.
Turns around, and then from behind you, there's a wave of cheers as the 3 pro benders are starting to go up the gangplank, and then you hear a, "So, are you in or are you out?"
I'm in.
Excellent. And how many people are in your entourage?
Look, I take my sweet time counting.
Oh, your sweet time.
1, 2, 3.
My client here is waiting to assess whether or not she can bring quite as many as she'd like to. Some plans have to change in order to accommodate your very interesting request. It's a fantastic offer, but she does need an extra moment before she can join your endeavor.
Do you literally...
I think there's a sassy snap from behind, yes.
looks at you and there's this sort of like, who the...
3 or 4 if you're looking to reserve some rooms for us.
This is my bodyguard.
This
is my business manager. Business director.
And I'm the cook.
My private
Spiritual
chef.
balance starts within, and that includes your organs and therefore your digestion.
Is she a Kyoshi warrior?
Me? No.
Pointing at Kaiming.
Oh.
Isn't she a Kyoshi warrior who's disgraced and...
An excellent cook. And an even better maker of boba tea.
The Order of Passage believes that as you have stepped off of one path, you inevitably step onto another. We are simply providing another
I'm
way
sorry, I
forward
don't care. It's fine.
Do you want me to deal with this guy for you, ma'am?
No, stop! Please.
So I believe that was 1 stateroom and then 4 VIP luxury rooms.
1 stateroom, 4 other. And he turns around and walks back towards the ship.
Did you used to negotiate a lot?
I can see why people bother to get famous now.
Hey, fame can be a slippery slope.
So,
Don,
why don't you tell me what your prohibitions are?
Yeah, so definitely. So prohibitions: never refuse an earnest request for help, never express great emotion, and never steal or cheat. This is cheating for sure.
You are absolutely stealing and cheating.
Yeah.
So But if you're prohibited from doing that, what happens?
So, okay, the thing
Like
with
a
that
paladin, you
is,
lose your powers until you pray to your gods
You
some more.
can't bend.
did I?
Straight up.
Okay, so at the end of the
That'd be awful.
session, technically, but you're gonna shift your balance towards freedom. You underline the prohibition you broke during the session, and that's it. Because if it's already underlined, cross it out. It doesn't mean anything to you to break it again.
Oh, damn. Okay.
No.
So if you break it twice, then
Because
right,
she's gradually breaking those chains.
F yeah.
Away from your
Freedom, baby.
roll.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
But we'll deal with that later.
Pretty sweet.
Just can't wait.
Sorry.
I thought that was you couldn't wait to be king. And now
I changed the lyric.
Royalty is a sort of freedom.
I changed the lyric.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's better.
We do what we want. Freedom.
We're pretty yeah.
you can head up. Sorry. So he's turned away. Jai looks back and it doesn't look good. His face is fallen. Then he sees that you're standing there with Bao. And he comes forward. So...
We love Super Dylan.
Oh.
We'll always love Super
Super
Dylan.
Dylan.
And therefore, the Raiders.
So you're leaving too.
We have to chase the leads we get.
You don't have to do anything that you don't want to. Isn't that why you left the family? Because you do what you want.
I'm going where it is important to be, not where I am told to be. I know you have your duty. I know you have your obligations. You wear them like the many medals you have earned.
I can't leave here.
Why?
Because there was just an act of war on the Fire Nation.
And what will you do about it?
Gather the evidence that I can. Reports have already been sent back. I'm awaiting orders.
Do you need to wait for orders here?
Yes, I do. And you know as well as I do that something is happening.
I do.
Someone's trying to discredit us.
And I'm going to find out what's going on.
And what will you do when you find the answer?
What I deem to be right.
That's not an answer.
It completely depends on the answer. Is it our own family? Is it an opposing family? Is it someone completely unrelated with completely unrelated goals? All of those change the outcome.
So you trust them over your family?
You shouldn't trust me.
That's not an option either. You're a good person, Bao. You always have been.
So is Don.
I'm not saying they're not.
And yet you're staying. Are you going to make any effort to ever see her again?
I don't see how that's... Why would that be in question? What business is it of you?
What was your interest in her? She has a lot of useful connections. Were you simply trying to ply them and have decided they're not worth pursuing?
I don't like where this is headed. Clearly, it seems like you still have a lot to learn. It seems like you have a lot of steps to take on your journey before you're willing to accept that just maybe the family that made you is also the family that wants to help you.
Why is it our family's gold that is lining everyone's pockets along the way?
Because somebody stole that gold.
Do we have any proof that it wasn't one of our own?
No. We don't. But does that mean that by default you have to turn against us?
I'm not against you. I'm just not falling in step anymore. Yeah. A world of trouble awaits you if you continue on your current course. Will you face it?
I have my duty.
Then I apologize for making your duty more difficult.
And I hope one day you'll see yours. There's a lot of problems in the world out there, Bao. They're not all yours. Sometimes the best way to help is to let the others take care of it.
I'm done with following. I'm done with being propped up some false state of leadership when all it is walking the line.
Take care, Sawan Bao.
And you, Sawan Shai.
And then he turns and he walks away. I am shifting you 1 towards progress.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, I tried.
No, it's fine. So just 3. Let's go. Anyone need to pack anything, or we should go back. We should go back to Donk's house and let him know. Thank him for everything and pack our stuff.
Won't take me long to pack, but
Fantastic.
We'll do
I'll
that.
see you on the ship. I'll make sure that everything is arranged as a manager should.
Okay, should we pick you up anything from his place? Do you want something?
Lists. They've actually been traveling quite light. Yeah. Blah.
we'll get that.
Thanks, Bao.
I'll tell you everything once we're aboard.
As we start to head back to Donks, the plan is just to gather our belongings. Yongsu has something quick to take care of as well. You okay?
It was never gonna last. We
Well, I don't know.
no, we were getting pulled in opposite directions. It was never gonna last.
I don't know. I've always found things in life come and go in cycles, you know, like the seasons. Perhaps we'll see him again.
It's inevitable, Yongsu. One day, he was gonna wake up and be called to some great battle. And one day I was gonna be called to the library
Oh, so
for a year.
okay. And so if you're away from the temple, you don't love anyone in the temple.
I can't ask anyone to wait for me.
You can ask people to do whatever you want. Whatever they want. You can ask. Why would you not?
No.
That's like when I was learning one of the more complicated moves when I was training. I told my teacher that I would never be able to master it because it was too finicky, it was too this, it was too that, it was raining out, I was tired, I was hungry. I failed before I even started. You can't fail before you even start. You have to understand that there's a possibility of failure, of success, of something new, but it's unknown. And if you don't put yourself into it 100% and are willing to fall down and make an idiot out of yourself, then then you'll never go anywhere.
It feels like you're trying to guide and comfort.
It does, doesn't it? Yeah, I'd say so.
So go ahead and roll, even though I'm not certain that it'll have any mechanical advantage here.
I'm doing it anyway. I rolled a 4.
Okay, so first off, you owe
Yeah.
Don a question.
I still
Oh
have
my
that.
gosh,
I
you're
still
right,
have
thank
that
you.
squirreled away.
Oh, great. Yeah, you're right.
Uh,
This would be a good time. I guess.
Don, I am tempted, based on the outcome of this conversation, to give you the troubled condition.
Mm-hmm.
So
Hang on. Sorry. Are you just to be clear? Are you telling me my guiding and comforting
It's gonna make
actually
things worse.
inflicted a
I
condition?
think that it was already going to happen.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't mind. I'd feel pretty bad. Then you have to give me the guilty condition. It's awful.
They're conflicted.
Then we all get really angry at you. It's a whole thing.
So,
Damn. Sorry, troubled.
if you want to phrase your question in the form of a lashing out, you're welcome.
I
Is that what troubled is?
can't remember what.
No.
Troubled was.
So troubled, in order to clear troubled, it's to seek guidance from a mentor or powerful figure.
Ooh. Well, you have a business manager on board, I guess.
Is there a Kyoshi statue on this luxury liner or no? Okay.
But troubled does mean that you take a -2 to pleading and relying on your skills and training.
Oh, fruit skis.
Yeah.
Oh God, my best pool. My pool. Oh, my pool. Okay. So I see what you're trying to do. I appreciate it, but I did try. I asked him to come with us, and he's not going to. I'm not going to beg him to leave the path that's set out for him, and I hope that he wouldn't ask me to leave my life behind to move in with him in the Fire Nation, you know?
No,
I would resent him for that.
of course.
So it's not fair to just assume that he should do the same for me.
No. But you had to ask. And you did.
And I did.
Do you have your question?
Your life was taken from you. But it was still a life where I assume everything was kind of laid out. Maybe it was intended that you take over the family farm, that you carry on things.
Mm.
It was stolen from you, and that's not right.
Mm.
But what I want to know is now that it's not an option anymore, what do you see for your life?
Jang asked me pretty much the same thing last night. I don't know. Beyond this desire to right wrongs, it's like I'm looking down a long hallway, and then the hallway has it turns left and right.
Mm-hmm.
I can't see beyond that. That's the moment when I right the wrong of what happened to Andong, to my family, to all the other people who were displaced.
But undoing a wrong isn't the same as making a right. Creating a life that you want is not the same as getting revenge for someone taking your life from you.
I don't know what kind of life I want then.
I think that's why we all found each other.
Yeah.
Bao doesn't know. If you took away all of my responsibilities, I don't think I could tell you what my life would look like.
We could be 1/3 of a pro bending team.
They're really cool. I wasn't lying about that.
No, me neither.
They're cool.
I would do that if I could.
Wow. Speaking of somebody who doesn't know, are you headed onto the ship?
Yes.
Okay. So when you get to the top of the gangplank, you see that Go is there, waiting. VIP, huh? One stateroom, luxury, VIP. Shall I show you to where you're staying?
Kindly.
Follow me. You don't have any luggage?
Oh, they're fetching it.
Excellent.
She likes to carry her own belongings. Some of them are spiritual in nature, so she doesn't want others to handle them.
Unbelievable.
Her bodyguard, of course, has the muscle for it. So I am here to make sure that all the arrangements are prepared to her liking. She likes her pillows arranged a certain way. We can't risk her connection being the slightest bit weakened by a bad night's rest.
Excellent. Excellent. Hey, Fire Nation, huh?
What about it?
Just curious. I like to recognize the local dialects.
That is where I was raised.
Hey, if there's one thing I know, it's that Fire Nation knows how to get stuff done. Here you are. And on, like, so you have various decks on a cruise ship, right? And like some decks, they're like the super nice rooms. So opens the door, and it is a lovely little room. It's got its own bathroom. It has a little table that can fold in and out of the wall, so that you have a little table that you can sit at. Nice big king-sized bed, and a porthole that looks out over the water.
And the others?
We'll make sure they're taken care of.
And the stateroom.
Oh, I've made sure of that personally.
And do you know exactly how to make sure that the bed is facing north at all times, depending on how the ship is turned?
What?
We have methods. Please, show me.
Show you what? The stateroom?
Yes, please.
All right. Here, make sure that you hold on to this, and he hands you the key to the room.
They take it.
Well, come on up. And as you're heading through, so
Mumbo jumbo.
there's the ship is some people are filtering on and off the ship, right? Like a cruise ship tends to like unload everybody for a few hours, and then everybody just loads back up onto the ship. So, and this isn't, to be fair, this isn't like, there aren't like 2,000 people on this cruise ship. It's not like one of the mega cruise ships that you see these days, but like there's still a significant number of people here. How many people are on the Titanic?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Okay, so about, let's see, I think it was 2,100.
I just like the impression that she's counting every name.
Yeah.
I was literally counting
Of
how
the
many
manifest.
died versus how many survived. And I'm adding them
Random.
together.
There's about 1,000 people
Okay.
on the ship,
That's really good.
crew included.
Are you looking it up, Kate?
The capacity of the Titanic was 3,000, but I don't know.
It was less than that for sure. So I think only 700 survived and like 1,500 died. Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah.
It was rough stuff.
2208. Thank you, Weirdness.
Thank you, weirdness.
Great. 1,000 aboard.
It was off.
I always knew the
Nate.
witness was right. They've always got the finger on the pulse. Takes you up. The stateroom is another thing entirely. There's several rooms in this suite: a bedroom, a lounge area, a bathroom that instead of it just being a simple like powder room with a shower, this one has a full bath.
Val looks at the bed frame.
It's locked onto the deck, as most beds are in a ship, so that they don't slosh around.
Yeah, it's fair.
Fantastic. We'll find means to unfasten this and change it to our needs. Thank you. We'll make sure it's set back how you found it.
You can't unfasten it. It's on a ship. It'll just crash into every wall once we're out on the ocean.
Earthbenders. There'll be rocks in place that'll shift as the boat turns.
You're gonna have an earthbender at all times while she's asleep, moving the. You know what? Forget I asked.
Thank
I'm
you
sure it'll be
so
fine.
much, and I recognize that her needs are pretty peculiar, but so are her abilities.
You don't say. Sure.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And he turns and he heads off.
Hopefully from this higher deck, it tries to scan for any sign of Naoda.
So there is there's a few people who are coming up along the gangplank, and then at one point there's a you see that there's somebody who is a bit of a reveler, perhaps, who might have gotten into some drink they probably shouldn't have. Maybe one with a wax seal around the top. Go, oh my god, and just rushes and dives off the side of the gangplank, taking a couple of people with him.
Oh my god!
Several people get up. They're now soaked. Completely soaked. But there's one more than there was before. Now headed up the gangplank.
No. Sorry.
Nice.
It's great though.
Woof.
Well done.
Bao smiles as they see
We'll take
this, and we'll continue to watch Now's progress.
Now flashes a smile at the sailors manning the door and says, "Oh, I'm
Yeah.
mouthing something you can't see it."
Yeah.
And waltzes into the ship.
Waits her companion's return, I guess.
And we return with everything we. Oh,
Yep, I have a quick something or other.
Sorry.
We would want to wish a fond farewell to Mayor Donk, if Mayor Donk is in, or leave him a nice note.
Thank you. And Jang, if she's around, we can
Or just
see
leave
her.
him a note.
But just be like a thank you so much. We love you.
So Donk is there
Great.
at the manor, leaving so soon.
Yeah, we've been.
We have to get back to Republic City.
I understand. Still, you've done us a great service. We appreciate it.
I'm sorry we couldn't do more. Anything that you need from us, I mean, you know where we'll be.
Of course.
And we'll be back, I'm sure.
It's a beautiful island.
Of course.
Thanks. Your Honor? Question mark?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the
sure.
correct term for mayor
Mayorship.
is Your Honor.
Hmm.
Or His Honor.
In this case.
We scuttle on out.
I'm going to quickly, because I don't have much to pack. We'll get the item that thou requested. Youngsu's going to gather up all of the sunflower seeds.
Do you have that kind of time?
He's going to gather up most of the sunflower seeds.
Oop.
What I want to do is leave a trail from Donks down to the cruise ship
That's so cute.
Okay.
of sunflower seeds.
Okay.
That's what I want to do.
What you want to do.
Better rely on your skills and training, farm boy.
It's
No.
a farm boy.
No, I think you're pleading.
Oh, I am. Yeah.
Roll with harmony, please.
Harmony. Okay. Here it comes. 8.
Okay.
I don't remember how plead works.
So on a 7 to 9, the NPC will need something more. Evidence that this is the right course, guidance in making the right choices, or resources to aid them before they act.
Okay.
So we'll see when that comes into play.
Yeah. But then we will.
But you're basically going to drop like a sunflower seed every so often on your way down to the ship.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, you know, I'm with Don, the VIP. So
now, where are you waiting for?
I just remember that I want to find someone who seems to be a boat watcher, or someone that seems excited by the sight of such a big ship.
There's a lot of people. Look, there's that one guy who foams at the mouth.
oh.
Someone who maybe is a little less excitable. Have you seen any other ships in the last few days?
So you left the ship to go and
I
talk
guess
to
so,
somebody?
yeah.
The ship's coming in and out all the time.
I mean, there's that, and Bao points towards the summer shark. That's
Yeah,
a
that
real
showed
sight.
up yesterday.
And this one's huge. Do you get such a wide variety of ships here usually?
Well, yeah, we're a port. We get all kinds of ships here.
Has anything else come in the past day?
In the past day,
Is there anything maybe on the far side of this huge ship?
just a departure.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Anything interesting?
Oh, just a schooner.
elegant.
Sure.
They have nice sails.
Oh, yeah, pretty big. You'd have to.
Oh?
I think it was headed north.
Oh, wow. That would be a ways to go.
So we'll remind people here.
Yes. Kyoshi Island.
We do have
The map.
the map. So Kyoshi Island, if you look at the Pai Sho tile,
Yeah.
we're at the bottom third of the map here, so we're kind of close to the middle of the world here. So heading north, especially if you're heading all the way to the Northern Water Tribe, means quite a distance.
And that's the question that I was about to ask is, well, couldn't they just be stopping at the next port up along the Earth Kingdom?
It's possible, but I saw them pull a lot of supplies on board. They might have just been intending to make it straight there.
Straight where?
The Northern Water Tribe.
Did the ship... Was it called the Northern Water Tribe ship?
No, but I recognized a lot of the markings.
But I was going to ask more interested questions, not grilling the person, but trying to be like, oh, that's really cool. How do you know that? Stuff like that. But you don't have to necessarily go through it all.
Oh. Thank you.
Don't come up with the entire lore of Northern Water Tribe ship.
Hang on, no, but I want to know what you did as a child that really helped us.
And what's your name?
And we'll find a polite way to say thank you, goodbye, and get back on the ship. Possibly ring a meeting with these.
I imagine.
So,
Do we see Jang on our way? Just
sure, why not?
oh,
I came to just check to make sure that you were okay on your way out.
I'm glad we ran into you. Just wanted to say thanks and really happy we got to meet you. And I'm sorry our visit wasn't longer.
Yeah, last night was a blast. The night out. We had a night out.
Hey, you're welcome here, always. Done a great service for the Kyoshi warriors and the Kyoshi Island itself.
Thanks. Kaiming's coming with us. Just so you know. She's safe. We'll keep her safe.
I figured. You know, there's going to be a chance that whatever her mission is, whatever she feels will restore whatever honor she thinks she's lost, she'll never be able to do it.
Why not?
Who knows? Things don't work out all the time. Not every crime is solved. Not every killer is caught. Not every thief gives up their ill-gotten gains. If that happens, she needs to know that whatever honor she thinks she's lost, she just has to take it back. And we'll be here, waiting until she's ready.
We promise to always remind her how much she's worth.
I hope so.
Thanks.
And hey, give him hell.
You bet.
She nods.
Mm-hmm.
You, at this point, notice Kersploosh as some people get knocked off the gate. Sploosh. Outside your stateroom stands a dripping now. Her clothing is plastered to her body as she's just been, like...
Bao opens the door and, sweeps their hand towards...
Many thanks. She heads in.
It's going to close the door and let now get changed or whatever.
I don't have any clothes.
We'll figure that out for now. And there are a bunch of fluffy towels in the washroom. If you want to at least dry off.
Right. Thank you. So, I see that you've come back. Fantastic. Your business manager's already examined your stateroom. I'll be happy to take you there, and I'll be happy to take you to your VIP suite.
Thank you.
Thanks.
And of course, our chef will require quarters as well.
Like I said, VIP suite.
Thank you, Go. We really appreciate you accommodating us on such short notice.
Certainly. I'll take you to your stateroom first. He does so, shows you, opens the door. He even demonstrates things like how to turn the lights on and off and all of that.
Han is very polite and grateful.
Now, comes down, hands you a key. Here you are.
Thanks. It's easy to get to the stateroom from here. Yeah, that shouldn't be a problem.
It's just one deck up.
Great. Thank you. Hey, are we all gonna be able to watch the match when we get there?
Assuming you're part of the entourage,
Oh.
and assuming that she holds up her end of the deal. Ha 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 ha! Ah! And he does a little like,
Yeah.
like I'm gonna shadow punch you for a second.
Whoa. No, that's good. That's good. I've never seen any pro bending. I can't wait. I'm really excited.
I think you'll like it, kid. And he turns around and he heads down.
I'm gonna pop open the door to my room.
Cool. Inside is Bao.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh,
And now Oda.
I thought they were outside of my room. Oh, so he put
Yeah. He gave me a key
to the same
All
room.
4 of you have been given a VIP
One room.
suite.
Fucking shit. Sure. What a piece of crap. This guy. I'm gonna fuck this guy up. Question: Is
Yeah.
there one large bed?
Yes. It is a king size bed.
Unbelievable. I'm thrilled. I can't wait. Well, I'm gonna go make some friends on a different deck.
Get inside.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'll pull the
Now
door
is it
closed.
actually visible?
Okay,
She's
great.
still in the bathroom at this
Okay.
point.
Why
But
are
you can hear some gentle singing coming from the bathroom.
rather louder than necessary. Why are you here?
This is my room.
No, this is my room.
Go gave me the key to this room and said this is my
Your
room.
key absolutely has the number to this suite.
This is my room.
This is my room.
Your keys match.
They
They are identical.
Son of a-
Coming.
Oh, I wasn't paying attention. I guess I'm in. Oh, I'm in here.
That man is going to have a thorough talking to.
He was very nice. Maybe there was only one room left.
Dawn is the important one, right?
Don's room is good. We can divvy up the couches.
What couches? There's
What's the
a
sitting area?
bed and there is a table.
Oh.
In Dawn's room, maybe?
Dawn,
That's what I
Dawn
meant.
has plenty.
That's what I meant.
Oh,
We
yeah,
can
yeah,
divvy
yeah.
up the couches up in
Yeah.
Don's room.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah.
If that's so. Well, we'll talk
I'm not
about it.
there. I don't know what's going on.
So,
That's her room.
Yeah. Well, she's the important one, remember?
Why are you winking?
Oh, because we're kind of tricking them into believing that Dawn's more.
should we go up and figure out where we should all sleep since we only have this one room?
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Oh, of course. Absolutely.
Did you get my robe?
Yes. Yeah. The
Perfect. I'll leave it here for now until we know who's sleeping where when. And Bao carefully puts it in the closet.
Please tell me that was deliberate.
Yes.
Yes.
Puts it in the closet, and then let's go up to Don's room.
You go on ahead. Make sure there's no danger, bodyguard.
Okay.
I just have to ask. It's private.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, no problem. I'll see you guys up there. And I will. Yep. I'm gonna head out.
I understand. Well, you've got a special friend.
Let's get out of here.
Oh, that's not the Oh.
What?
Well, I thought you already had somebody over.
Let's head up to Don's room.
Oh, Oh, all right. I understand. And then at this point, there's a deckhand who comes along and dumps Kaiming's duffel bag. Your staff
Sure.
laid on there. Your luggage outside
Great.
that door.
Fantastic.
Because you're not allowed to bring your own luggage on a cruise ship.
Huh.
You check it, and then they literally just take it and put it outside your room.
Incredible.
Cool.
Actually, they put it in your room.
They'll bring you
But-
somebody
Yeah.
else's.
That's right. For mystery purposes.
Mystery of the Brass Bound Trunk.
Yes.
Live every Saturday on Okay.
Your crew. Good time.
You get up to Don's stateroom.
Don is just like sitting on the bed, kind of like this.
Oh.
So
Oh,
Oh.
hi, welcome, come
we
in.
were all given one room to share with one bed. So
What?
we may be taking advantage of this beautiful suite that you have. That couch looks comfortable.
Yeah, of course. Someone can take my bed if they want. I'm used to sleeping on like a.
It's a king-size bed. You can fit at least 4 people in it.
Yes, if individuals wish to do that, I won't stop them.
What?
A lot happened.
We all kind of want some privacy.
What
Probably
happened?
sometime.
The combustion bedder is dead.
I guess
What?
What?
Don makes sure that there's no one outside the room. She closes the door.
that sounds like you're assessing a situation.
I guess.
You triggered a move.
Nah, 4.
Ooh.
Well, it doesn't seem like anybody is listening, so
Fair
that's a
enough.
good thing.
Yeah, I think we're alone.
Think we're in
It doesn't seem to be.
So, went to talk to Jai. He was talking to the prisoner. The prisoner said she wouldn't talk unless it was only to me, so I told Jai to wait nearby, and he went and waited on the deck, and then turns out that the guard with her was the one that was in cahoots with her, which we suspected someone was, and then even though I emptied his pockets, he uncovered her third eye, and kabooms happened, and then
Kaboom!
someone saved my life.
Someone.
Someone,
We're lucky that someone was there.
yes.
Who came for you? John.
So, Oda, who is currently in our shared room's washroom, drying themselves off after sneaking up onto the boat.
The bounty hunter?
So,
And there's a little extra glance to Kaiming being like, "That's what was happening," and that's why I didn't say anything.
Well,
Yes.
that's great.
Yes.
You said that there was going to be 4 of us.
Yes.
So now there's 4 of us.
Yes.
So we don't have to sneak around.
What?
Are we killing her?
Why?
What?
I don't know. Do we trust her?
She saved my life.
I guess that's a good reason.
I think she's sincere in her quest. At least she was.
What's her
when I spoke
quest?
to her. To protect the mirror scale. She mouths the words mirror scale for podcast listeners.
She just goes clunk.
Mm-hmm. And Don nods.
We just need to make sure that
It's not going to hurt me, is it?
No.
Okay. Just check.
Look, anybody can use my room that they want. Anyone can take the bed. Anyone can take the couch. Let me know what you decide. It's fine.
We just need to make sure that protect means the same thing to her that it does to us. That's all.
As we can see,
We don't have to let her in on that secret immediately.
No. I agree with that.
She doesn't know.
Why would I tell her that?
That's fantastic.
Is it?
Well, I don't know. I didn't know whether she was, visiting or, I heard singing from the bathroom.
Right, so you think Bao and now we're...
that's
And then-
lovely.
Are you
Donna-
saying that Bao couldn't land now?
No, of course not. I'm not saying there's definitely some color rising in the cheeks at this point. I didn't say that at all.
I do believe that Ao has certain preferences amongst us, and it wouldn't be me.
Oh,
I mean, yeah, Kaiming's
She
super
was all
hot.
over you.
I'm flattered, but I don't
That was
really know
just
her that well.
Yes.
Done.
Yeah.
What would you like to do
Okay.
as the important person?
I want everybody traveling with me to be comfortable. And I just want this trip to be okay. I want us to speak to the pro-benders and find out what's going on.
Also, there's a ship
Back to Republic
headed to
City.
the Northern Water Tribe.
What?
Well,
Tatik.
Oh,
yeah,
Of
Okay.
course.
At least we're not leaving him behind.
theoretically.
And theoretically.
So we commandeer the cruise ship and take it north, right? Let's not. I don't think even you could sail something like this.
Oh,
Maybe. Well, maybe. I
I have a lot of faith in you.
I do too. Oh, I was just trying to lighten the mood. Ah, jeez. I kicked the ground.
I have a
Stuff the carpet.
responsibility to these pro-benders. To take them into the spirit realm, and I intend to see it through.
What? You don't have.
Republic City is the best place to gather resources and plot our plans and head to the Northern Water Tribe if we need to. Head to every Fire Sage station if we need to.
Oh, the firebender of the pro-benders used to be a fire sage. We need to speak to her.
Perfect.
Fire Sage Accolade.
A fire sage acolyte.
Perfect. That makes a bit more sense. I was like, aren't they all like really gray? And yeah.
No.
Besides, that means we get to go see a pro bending match, right, Young-Soo?
Yeah, if I'm not captured by Councilwoman Takata first, and
Oh, I don't think that's going to be a problem. We haven't committed a crime yet, right?
Well, I maybe got up to some light criminal mischief in her office before we.
Oh,
ran away
right.
from-
And you didn't agree to their terms.
No, and in fact, I actually left them behind before I agreed to any terms.
Hey, it would be really bad publicity if she went after you, right?
I don't know. I'm just kind of a punk.
No, you're a bodyguard now
You are.
for a very important person.
No, hang on.
We need to keep you in the public eye.
This.
People have to know who you are.
That's
so she
the
can't
only
make
way she can't act against you. Yeah. So
I'm like the bait in a trap.
when we get back, it
Like, so
can't
excited.
be low key. It can't be under the radar. We have to have the most pomp and circumstance, which on this thing shouldn't be a problem.
Youngsu stands up on like an ottoman or something. The Kyoshi Island Unagis are going to win the World Championship Pro Bending Championship. Damn it. Okay, I'll practice that. Don't worry. The point is, they're gonna win. Okay? They can do this. And we're gonna be so far in the public eye that no one will be able to ignore us.
Okay.
Outside the stateroom, you hear a muffled, "Oh, God damn it!" Well, okay, sorry. Probably wouldn't say "God damn it." Fuck!
much better.
Much better. I'm a huge fan. Yeah.
Attention is turned towards the door.
Yeah. I'll jump for the. Very good. I'll jump for the door and throw it open.
There's no one out in the hall. It seems that you have an adjoining stateroom.
Oh.
And then you hear, "What do you mean they've changed the rules?" "Well, I didn't agree to this." "Do we still have an entry?"
Oh no. Yeah. Does it?
Fuck!
Bao's
And
gonna
A
definitely
slam down.
sidle towards the room this seems to be coming from and listen wherever they best can.
Is there like a vent or something we could? I mean,
It's not Metal Gear.
Look, man.
If no one stops her, Dawn's moving out into the hall to actually knock on the
Oh,
door.
sure, yeah, I'll go for
And
it. Yeah.
Bow's like
We're all gonna listen.
got
Yeah.
their ear against the door, and then Dan's
being-
just gonna knock like
Yeah.
right next to Bow's ear.
Oh, God, fuck. Oh.
Okay. What?
I'm sorry to interrupt. I'm your neighbor. I'm Dawn. I'm Dawn, the
door
seeker.
swings open, and there's a ridiculously cute guy who is
Oh.
he's slender, wearing a uniform with like tight little ties all down the front, a little bellhop's cap.
Oh, my God. The little bellhop's cat. Okay.
Has
So when you say
Clean
cute,
shaven.
do you mean adorbs or do you mean like?
he's a twink. He's a total twink.
Okay, gotcha.
Nice. I mean, sorry. You're into that sort of thing. Nice.
And then you see Go stand like pacing back and forth behind the stateroom that Go is in is quite a bit nicer than yours, but yours is still very nice. His, however, has a chandelier.
I want to swing from it.
This guy.
I heard raised voices and I wanted to make sure everyone was all right.
We don't even have a full pro bending team.
Oh no, what happened?
Now the rules state that you have to have 4 participants: earth, fire, water, and air. Where the hell am I going to find an airbender at this short notice?
Oh gosh, you seem to be in quite a pickle. I'll
Well,
leave you.
maybe if you hadn't put an airbender in a room with 2 other people, they might be feeling generous right now.
What the hell are you talking about, lady? Not lady, I don't...
Person.
Person?
Yeah. Yeah.
Business manager. This is Bao, my business manager, and I will have you know that they are one of the most talented airbenders I have ever seen.
You're an airbender? Fantastic.
Unfortunately, they are feeling a little claustrophobic in their room.
Excellent. We'll make sure to clear up a stateroom for you right away.
Oh,
And find another room so that our colleagues do not have to all cram into one room.
But the ship is full.
Or you could just magic up another airbender somewhere.
But the ship is full.
Bao is gonna hook one leg into like the little railing and just lean backwards really casually.
But the ship's full.
This is an awfully large, beautiful room you seem to have, Mr. Go. Maybe I think it could be shared between a few. Perhaps you could take the very nice large king bed down there.
Young Sue pokes his head around. Pretty good.
Hands over like key number 3.
You play a good game. But at this point, I'm going to ask whether or not... Fine. Here's the thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
It feels like you're pushing your luck a little bit here.
Yeah.
I mean,
So,
that's pretty good.
I'm just going to have you roll that.
Yeah, sure. And Bao is going to like lean too far back off the railing, but then support themselves with airbending to demonstrate that they are in fact an airbender.
I'm not
Oh,
trying to-
okay. Well, that's cool.
Yeah, yes, agreed.
But that's only 6.
But I absolutely can help. Just to make that a 7. But the question is how.
I thought you were going to be, but the question is, how much are you going to pay?
I get the big room. Yeah. No, yeah. Youngsu is going to aid in some way. Yeah, let me consider this for a moment here. I think. Oh yeah, no. Okay, so rather than take the angle of like, Bao's giving you the best possible deal, I think Youngsu's going to start kind of moving into Go's room and be like, oh yeah, I could really see myself getting used to the space in here. I think he's trying to sort of force himself and get Go to be a little overwhelmed.
I'll give you and your whole group 2 staterooms.
Bao rights themselves back onto their feet.
But you're going to have to prove that you can fight. You'll get the same deal that the rest of them are.
Which is?
An equal cut of the winnings, publicity, sponsorship deals.
Alright, I know that they're your horse in the race. Obviously, you want them to win, but
Oh, this isn't about me.
how likely do you think it is that they were to get past the first round before this rule change?
Well, the Earthbender's no great shakes. At the same time, that Firebender's a real true prodigy. I mean, have you seen her? Of course you haven't. But, wow.
And Waterbender?
Decent.
So they're going to have to start a training regime, the four of us. How soon can we begin? Can we clear some space on the deck, perhaps?
No, we're not going to be doing any pro bending on top of an ocean liner. That seems like a really good way to sink the
Waterbender
ship.
can't freeze some ice flow that we tow alongside?
There's 800 people on the ship who've paid good money to make sure that there
To
is.
get a free pro bending match.
Well, now you're talking.
Publicity?
Listen. There's somebody who you're going to have to meet when we get back to Republic City.
Well,
Who?
I think I'm going to be meeting a lot of people when we get back to Republic
Well,
City.
the sponsor for this pro bending match.
Who's that?
Listen. You are riding on the flagship of Varric Global Industry.
I was ready for it to be canceled.
I also was
I
waiting
like,
for that, yeah. Right. Oh, God.
Wow. Wow, that's a really big deal. That's really
He's
insane.
sponsoring a team from Kyoshi Island?
That sounds like him.
It kind of does.
So,
Kyoshi Island is relatively
Crouch.
close to the Southern Water Tribe, where Varric was born and raised.
Sure.
So he's sponsoring the team or the entire match?
The team.
Okay.
fantastic. That means we'll have all the resources we require once we return. Good. All right.
It's just one thing. Two, actually. First, the rest of the team is going to have to agree to let you on.
Great.
Of course, I don't think that's going to be a problem because without an airbender, there's no team. Two, there's going to be a press conference as soon as we make sure. Now, what'd you say your name was again?
So,
Wow, I like it. Short, quick, snappy. The press likes snappy.
fit it in your.
Do me a favor, do
poster.
that railing trick again, and they'll be eaten out of your hand.
Oh, there's so much more up my sleeve. Just you wait.
Not with that sleeve. We gotta get you a uniform.
Well, seems like I'll be needing your services.
Now, if you don't
Myself.
mind, I'm gonna have to move into my stateroom. The bellboy goes, "Oh, of course, sir." And he rushes down.
Well, now we have two big rooms to share amongst the five of us.
I think we can manage that.
Oh, my consort! And Bao, jumps down, just contains himself enough to jump down to the next. Because I don't know why I assume those are all,
Yeah, they're balconies.
open air
right?
balconies. Yeah. Down to where
There-
now
there's
is-
balconies for this one, but there aren't balconies to the next one. Those are just portholes.
Okay. Yeah. I guess I was thinking the hallway. Like one of
Oh.
those, open centers. Anyway,
Ooh.
Bao is going to head down and retrieve now.
Nice.
So now, wrapped in a robe,
Mm-hmm.
has poked her head out the door as the bellboy has started to pull the luggage away from the front door. Is everything all right?
We just got an upgrade. Also, they know you're with us and that you saved my life, so
There doesn't happen to be a tailor on board, is there?
I'm sure there is, and I'm sure I can leverage things. There's a lot to update you on.
I see. Well,
Bao pulls their robe out and offers it, which is, the thing that they ask Young to pick
That's
up.
right, yeah.
she takes it.
They up their room 1, 2, 3.
It doesn't go very.
My order's 3 minutes away. Just so you know.
Perfect.
I think we'll end the session there.
So I just wrote, the Yonagis gain 1 bow. The group gain 1 bow.
Now.
Nice.
How about-
Fantastic.
Is
Gold
it
star.
nice?
No, that needs to go. Who's doing the recap? Let's
Me.
need to include that.
Yeah, can you
It's boxed,
thing that
and I also
star
even
it and bring
printed
it
it.
back to our place and all that stuff?
So that it's readable and legible. I mean.
But what food was involved today?
Grilled shark.
Because there was an explosion on the summer shark.
And, grilling them.
Right. Oh, grill. Oh, very good. Actually, yeah, that's really good. I like that.
Well, here we are.
Hey.
I feel compelled then to ask about growth.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So, Scott,
Yo.
what'd you learn this session?
Question. I learned that I learned that even though I think I kind of had a theoretical kind of grasp on this, I learned that Kai Ming is following us, ready to follow us into the dark. People like Zhai were, so to speak.
Just doomed her. There you go.
Well, hey, excuse me. Well, that doomed us too then, right? If we're also going there. But no, Zhai couldn't, right? But Kai Ming's literally giving up everything to sort of be like, yeah, of course, I'm coming along. Which is cool.
Okay. Kate?
That now Oda is going to join our side. That the combustion bender and that there was indeed a spy on the boat.
Dawn learned that where the non-negotiables were for her and Jai.
Okay.
Damn.
Scott,
Yes.
did Youngsu stop a dangerous threat or solve a community problem?
Youngsu did not.
I don't think that two of you did.
That was witness to it. That attempted to.
You helped.
Right. I hid the body.
The community problem is finding out about it. Yeah.
Did you guide a companion towards balance or end the session at your center? So let's have a look at your centers.
Unless I'm mistaken.
You might be center.
Yeah.
I thought. Oh, right.
You got
My
one.
thing applies at end of session, so I'm not. I guess it's after this.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, because
We'll just throw that in there, so we'll give you the 2.
Hey.
Thank you, because I broke a prohibition.
Sure did. So,
Stealing and cheating.
so underline that stealing and cheating.
So that's for this session. So I'll just.
Yep.
And it resets every session, so I won't underline it this time.
Well, no, the underline stays.
It says, underline 1 prohibition you broke during the session.
Yeah, during the session.
It's already underlined, cross it out. It doesn't mean anything.
That
It
means
doesn't
that
say erase it at the end of the session.
That's true. That's
it
true.
means that
Okay,
the second time it happens, you still shift, but then the third time it happens, it no longer affects your
That's just, yeah.
You basically just made your choice that you no longer care.
Okay, cool.
It's interesting though, right? It's like, which of these things does Dawn, whatever, really like think is the most
Yeah,
important sort of
yeah.
aspect of her role, right?
So then, there we go. And then finally, your individual questions. Scott,
I can say no, I did not make progress towards my adversary.
Kate.
Family. I don't think so.
Not really.
No.
Accomplish a feat worthy of your burden and tradition. No.
Nope. So
Got on up.
your growth sits where it sits. Scott, I will say that we'll vamp for a moment while
Yeah,
we
of course,
Kate
yeah.
come back.
Yeah. Because I can highlight this way, but then, that's the thing. I want to, to vamp, John, I want to highlight your introduction of pro bending,
Oh my
changing the
God.
rules, fucking cruise ship, Varric cruise, like the idea, introducing the entire notion of pro-bending into this part of the Avatar universe is very cool.
And how it was introduced was
Yeah.
really great because it gave us a new path to follow that felt very like exciting but also
Yeah.
organic.
Yeah, I agreed. Yeah.
Yeah.
None of this. Well, that's convenient stuff.
Yeah.
It's good. It's funny. I liked it.
Winter spray.
Is it the Unaki that you like? Or is it just pro-bending?
A good question.
Well, briefly, when we were talking about our prologue, we toyed around with the idea that the 3 of our PCs bonded initially over pro-bending.
Right.
But we didn't actually like really nail any of that down, so I think it still tracks that like Youngsu's never seen a pro-bending match.
It's established in
that's okay.
fiction on stream, so I would say that's
Yeah,
that's
I've
good.
decided that Don has.
Yeah. I think it's cool that we bonded over the idea. I like to
Yeah.
think Youngsu's like, yeah, this would be a great tactic if I
Yeah.
ever saw the game. Like, maybe he listens to it on the radio. Not at all.
Now you can call it another player, Scott.
I will. You'd think I'm gonna call out Kate for Bao's quips today, but I won't, because there were some real choice ones. No, okay, I want to call out Bao's ability to, like, Bao's 180 from trying to just survive an attack on their life to taking complete command of a situation in which we needed to trick a bunch of people about pro-bending. That was very unexpected and fabulous.
There are places where they have strengths and places where they don't.
Yo, this is the life. But seeing both back to back was really cool. Really cool.
I want to highlight Dawn's, despite the bans that she has from her, her lineage, her role, that she found a way to follow what she needed to follow, even if that meant going against what she usually does. The way that she navigated that.
Thanks. I want to highlight Youngsu's talking to Don right after Jai declared that he wasn't going with them, because his method of like guide and comfort attempt felt very in character.
Thank you.
Rolling a 4.
Well, that too, but that's okay. That's something
But
else.
like the stuff that he said just felt really what Youngsu would say, and it was helpful, despite the dire result.
Sure.
It's just yeah.
Yeah.
It was a really lovely. I thought it was a really nice moment between the two of them.
I would agree.
Yeah.
Cool. Well,
We called out John as you were away
For the pro-benders.
for introducing
Yeah.
pro-bending in the way that was.
Yeah, and changing it.
Yeah. Changing the rules.
hey, I hear that there's this hot new thing that's happening these days, and it's called streaming.
Oh yeah. Afternoons this week, I'll probably be continuing Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom. Times exactly to be confirmed. Stay tuned to our Discord as always.
Yeah, I can't wait because I think it's really cool. I will also be back streaming on Tuesday night. I had a week of missed streams, disappointingly. But those will be de retour, baby. That's of the return in French. I'm not sure if we're going back to the world of Sherlock Holmes or if we're going to enjoy something a little more extreme on Tuesday night. We'll check the Discord and see what strikes my fancy, but I always entertain. Twitch.tv/BiffTheBoss, 1800 on Tuesday evening.
Wednesdog? Thursdog?
Possible Tears of the Kingdom, but nothing specific.
Yeah. No, right now my streams are on hiatus while I figure out when I can actually stream.
Yeah.
Sure, sounds good.
No, it's not good. It's sad.
Oh, it's just, we're not gonna
figure it out right now.
Well, we're not gonna be like, oh no, that sucks! You're a streaming failure!
Oh my god! I'm not.
It's true. I'm streaming failure.
Oh no!
Friday?
Friday, we are continuing God of War Ragnarok, Ragnar Punch with Punchy and Boy. And then on Saturday, more streaming from you in the morning,
Possibly.
And then there will be more Nancy Drew and the Mystery of the Brass-Bound Trunk at 1500 on my channel.
And at 1700, I also stream again, but whether we're returning to some Arkham Horror or not remains to be seen as well. Check the Discord because I want to keep things fun.
Sunday.
Oh, I think there's Punchy Book Club.
Oh, nice.
Check the Discord.
Yeah.
And otherwise, we'll be right back here with episode 11 of Avatar Legends: The Mirror Scale.
They were on a boat.
I look forward to it. I look
Yeah.
forward to a lot of these things. I look forward to seeing all of you. Thanks again to Kung Fu Fenders for taking it over here with us. And if you are watching us, if you are listening to us, or if you are finding us in the far deep future, I just hope that you're enjoying yourselves. Go tell us stuff on the Discord. We want to hear from you. Suggestions, comments, all of that sort of thing. Very cool. But for now, we're headed to nowhere but dinner. And dinner is this way and it is that way. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bow, bow, bow.